Hello, hello? Can you guys hear me? Hi, hi! Welcome in, everybody! Ta-da! My first time trying out my new setup while on a high chair. So please excuse me if it's a bit weird look. Hi! Welcome in! I'm not gonna delay too much because I have the highly anticipated stuff coming up. For Zayne and Sylus's cards. I'm really excited for it. I've been waiting since Tuesday. No, not Tuesday. Thursday. Thursday. All right. Shall we get right into it, chat? Hi, chair. What's the? Not drugs. It's just that I have cause my table can be adjusted. I'm gonna give a try. Stream chair up today, but if it is uncomfortable, I will go back to the usual setup. Okay. So, how are we doing in terms of people who are here tonight? Welcome for those who are in YouTube as well. Thank you. Yes. Not in the right. I was in my Hench Bunny Butt account. Let me log in real quick. Oh, phone. Nowadays, they don't really respect passwords, do they? Just want me to confirm my identity 3 times before I'm able to log in. Pinky, down. Don't climb on my table tonight. It's not a good time for you to be on the table, dear. Stepping all over stuff. No. Hey, let's go. So, today's, Pinky mentioned. Okay, let me just do, the art for today's thumbnail, and then we're gonna watch the trailer too, so that you guys are hyped. Excited for it. Avatar. Okay. Here is the banner thumbnail for today. We're gonna be playing Sylus, which is the Sky's card, and then we'll be playing Zayne's card. Today, or rather for this banner, I'm not gonna be pulling for all the boys because I want to save my diamonds. So, I'll probably watch the other. Stuff on my own. Sylus by Birdcage. I know Sylus is a very popular character also. But I hear that Zayne's story is a bit more interesting. So we're gonna go with Sylus' story first for the Boom Shakalaka effect. And then we're going to Zayne's Immediate Disorder card to check out what's all the fuss about. Yeah. When we played Xavier's card a couple days ago, it was a lot more than I anticipated. Like, it was a lot more fluffy and a lot more content than I anticipated too. Which is why this time I'm trying to make sure that I have enough time. I'll leave it to you. Thank you so much for redeeming a scat, Cherokee. Hold on. Let's take a picture so that I remember. This one. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope you like what I have in mind for you. So this was the initial thumbnail, but I changed the Xavier one. Those of you guys who have been stalking me on YouTube for whatever reason. Let me see. I have not played Star Wars. What is that? This one is the new thumbnail, which shows just Xavier, so that people tuning into this will know that I only played Xavier's route for that stream. I'm really surprised. Thank you, by the way, for 1.5 thousand views on Skibidi Toilet First Reaction. It's the most hate commented video I have on my YouTube right now. Like, so many people have told me that I didn't react really well, and I kept talking to chat, and like, what? Why bother watching Skibidi Toilet if you're not interested in the lore? Because it was one of my sub goals, and if I'm being honest, I still don't really care that much for Skibidi Toilet. It is just entertainment to me. I'm not gonna look into it too much for now. But I do have 7 more episodes of Skibidi Toilet. And people were like, why stop right before it gets good? Because I watched Skibidi Toilet episode 1 to 70, which took about an hour or so. And the next 7 episodes on their own is more than an hour long. So, so it's quite long. The last 7 episodes. We might tune in to watch the last 7 of them one day, but I have so much other backlog to do that I'm not inclined to prioritize it. It is bringing in the views though, so we might, as they call it, use Skibidi Toilet for content farming. I got accused for using Skibidi Toilet to content farm, but it's not. I genuinely just added it in as a sub goal at that point because I thought it would be interesting and I wanted to check out what it was about. And I was just fulfilling that goal, really. I wasn't going in to become a Skibidi Toilet analyst. So some of these kids really need to chill, but you know, I'm not letting it bother me. If they're I'm glad that people have things they're passionate about. And if they really loved the series, then so be it. I'm not gonna yuck on people's yum, but this is my yum. I'm sorry. These are my yums, not this. Let's do passionate then. What are kids watching indeed? Honestly, content farming is normal. Yeah, isn't that what content creation is supposed to be? And they said this is the worst reaction I've ever seen. I'm sorry to disappoint then. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing with Skibidi Toilet reaction. I thought a reaction didn't have any right or wrong to it. It's just your genuine reaction is the exact word. Like, I don't know how else I'm supposed to describe a reaction. Like, it's an instinctual response that is involuntary, and I may not be very analytical with my responses. They want you to react like XQC. I don't know. Did XQC react to Skibidi Toilet? The Yoinkin twist is famous. That said, I do have the clips from that stream, and I did enjoy some parts of it. So I got one of my editors is helping me with. I'm getting a new editor to help me with editing the Skibidi Toilet stuff. But when those are done, I will let you guys know. And right now, the current clips and shorts that I'm posting are of the Caleb one. So I'm a bit slow when it comes to getting my videos edited. So here. Previously on my birthday, about a month ago, we streamed Caleb's release on Love and Deep Space. And I have so many clips of that. So Nathan has been really diligently helping me to edit all of them. And I'm just slowly putting them out as they come along. So yeah. Enjoy the shorts. Help me to get some views on my socials if you can afford to. Or if you just want to check out what kind of shorts that I have going on at the moment. Okie dokie. So we're gonna jump right into our main content of the day, because these cards are about 55 minutes to an hour long, and if you're including my reaction to them, then it's going to take us a little while to get through. So yeah, I can put it full screen. Let's also make sure that the sounds are. Just turn this off first in case there's something on my screen that I'm not show. Okay, we're good. We are good. We are good. Oops. There's an update. Alright, we'll have to... Before fading to dust. Alright, so while the update is happening, I can show you guys the... Oh wait, you know what? I think it's almost done. I don't have time to show you the trailer. I'm sorry. But if you want to watch my reaction to the trailer, I have that video up as well. It's a 24-minute long one because I didn't just watch that trailer. I compared it to some of the previous Valentine's Day banners and stuff. And it's really funny to see how far we've come in terms of the cards for Love and Deep Space. Yeah, so do enjoy that in your free time. Maybe after stream today, you can go and check it out. Alright.
The heroine left the pages and walked into my life.
Wait, Caleb has been appearing way too much recently. Did I accidentally just put him as one of the guys in rotation? Yes, I did. Okay. And then we shall fix that.
Okay. I'll be on top now.
Excuse me? You'll be
No
on
hitting?
with those glasses?
Oh, I get it. You're older now, so the game's different.
What is with these voice lines? They're also
But
suggestive.
I'll always play with you.
I like it though.
Always.
I like it. But this fit is not it. I'm sorry. We're gonna get you changed out of that, sir. Let's change him out of that. We don't even have to change the outfit, but these accessories. But let's go with some stuff that isn't so crazy. Honestly, usually I have these accessories. Ooh, that's weird. I think we can go with the crown is quite cute, honestly. But let's go with that. Hmm? Oh, he's glowing! So handsome. Alright, we're gonna do my dailies real quick and then we're gonna jump into the story. The story is kind of crazy for this banner, and it's very long as well, so it'll be quite a bit before. Oh, okay. Let me finish up all the daily activities first. Collecting all my energy, more energy from the shop because I like to be efficient. Have to go and do all that again. We're going to now clear the stages that we have. Gold. Gold. I'm gonna get a set of this. But we're just going to do the core hunt once today because I want to accumulate some of my... I want to accumulate some of those... I have some rank up stuff that we have to collect in order to increase the max level for some cards, and I'm lacking these materials, so go with that. Get it all up, and we should be golden. There we go. Done with our dailies. See, not even 5 minutes. Easy clap. So we've already gotten the cards from that time. Oh, green shot. We have already gotten the Innocent Birdcage and the Immediate Disorder cards. So we're gonna play both of them today. And I think it's gonna be fun. Have them take our picture. Okay, let's also set game to Love and Deep Space now. There we go. Am I in my Discord already? Yes, I am. Alright, fantastic. I don't know what how to say that my leg is getting a bit numb. My leg is getting just a little bit numb. I think it's from just hanging out. I have to change sitting, or maybe I'll just stand. Hey! Alright, let's jump into the card, everybody. I'm so excited for this. Okay. Gonna go to date and falling for you because that's where all the cards are. Let's start Innocent Birdcage. Okay. How many identities does Sylus, the man who took me in, truly have? I guess we're gonna find out. Many years ago, a radioactive leak contaminated many citizens in Lincoln City. It transformed them into predators. These individuals have an increased tendency for violence. As the predator population grew, the crime rate soared year after year. The lives of the innocent became as fleeting as autumn leaves. This city, filled with corrupt officials and intricate power struggles, became as fragile as an egg on the edge of a cliff over time. Many have pinned their hopes for salvation on the upcoming mayoral election. Thank you, Ace Def Guys, for the follow. Among the candidates, a young contender had a major lead in the polls. They promised to deal with the predator crisis. However, this candidate only recently escaped an assassination attempt by Tartarus, who is an SSS-class predator.
It's been a little over a week since the arrest, and your department already sent in 3 or 4 people. I heard about you. You handled a few predator-related cases over the years.
Come in.
But I'd be careful if I were you. Everyone knows the reputation of the guy who...
Nightstrix is a gang that has risen to power in Lincoln's southern district in recent years. They have connections to almost everything. From weapons to intel to various contraband, even satellite hacking, Nightstrix can provide anything so long as the price is right. The chatty guard finally comes to a stop in front of a cell. Our short walk has ended. Thank you, sir. I can take it from here. The guard sheepishly retreats. I head deeper into the corridor. Is it
Special
prison?
access verified. Please enter.
Thank you for the lyric. I hope you guys enjoy the story. I'm super excited to see what world we're in for this card. The mayoral election has various factions on edge. The Lincoln City Bureau of Investigation. Oh, thank you so much for your costume request. Go. I hope it's the mood more. Oops. Out the wings so it's not too distracting. The Lincoln City Bureau of Investigation, or LCBI, is determined to capture Tartarus to prevent more incidents from occurring. Information about Tartarus is very limited, but a credible source suggests the leader of Nightstrix might have some leads. Consequently, the LCBI managed to find a charge serious enough to justify incarcerating this gang leader. His movements are basically restricted. The deal is simple. He gets his freedom in exchange for information related to Tartarus. But true to Guard's words, my colleagues left empty-handed. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been suddenly assigned to take over the case today. I wasn't even given the chance to review the file on the leader of Nightstrix. Oh, he looks so good! Looking like a snack, Sylus! Woo! At the end of the corridor is the last cell. Inside it is the leader of Nightstrix. His back is turned to me, but he exudes a nonchalant air. Sylus' story is distracting. Yes, listen to him hum. That voice sounds familiar. Oh, he looks so good. It's giving hot grandpa.
The LCBI sent a new face.
Sylus?
Long time no see.
I take a step forward, unable to believe my eyes. His fate had been unknown for years, yet here he is in the flesh. Hold on, before we continue, can I just bring your attention to this BGM right now? The background music is so sexy. It's like exuding sexy time. It's crazy. I'm like in the mood, and it's not even because I'm looking at him, it's because of the music. I take a step forward, unable to believe my eyes. His fate has been unknown for years, yet here he is in the flesh. You're the leader of Nightstrix? Are you okay? Years ago, this person who had been a constant presence in my life vanished without a trace overnight. Oh, we have history? I can't believe we're seeing each other again like this. I'm shocked. As my heart races, a flood of questions rushes to the forefront of my mind. Ooh, we have history! Size? Hi, Hydro. Thank you, Amelia, for claiming Bunny Biscuit. Oh my god, this track is so hot. I need to add this to my sexy time playlist for real. Not that I have one. I thought you...
This is how you greet your suspects, Miss Enforcer?
The word enforcer brings me back to reality. Aware that this isn't a place for reunions, I push the shock of meeting Sylus again back to the back of my mind. I brace myself. I'm here on behalf of the LCBI. I hope you'll be willing to assist me with my work. Can you tell us anything about Tartarus, the SSS class predator? Hi, Daryl.
Having information and choosing to share it are two different things.
Woo! He glances at the badge on my chest. My eyes are up here, bro.
You look good in that uniform.
Thanks. Even behind bars, you have quite the commanding presence. Oh! I'm losing my mind! Ah, how is he so soft? I need some water for real. Ooh, thank you for the water. Yep, I needed that. Ah!
I thought you'd say you missed me after all this time. Or that you were worried about me, at least.
Distant memories stir, and I move closer to the iron bars that separate us. I whispered to him. Sylus, I really was worried about you. Sylus's index finger passes the bars of the cage. Slowly, he purposefully straightens my enforcer badge. Oh! It's not even like 5 minutes into this story and I'm heaving! Ah! This is such a good card, dude.
Was it to the point where you'd clean out the safe?
Wait, what does that mean? I don't get it. I don't get it! I first met Sylus during a predator attack, years ago. Back then, I wasn't an enforcer in the Northern District. I was just a kid, struggling to survive on the streets in the Southern District. I wasn't alone. In this chaotic, dangerous area of the city, there were others like me. One day, we'd been fighting tooth and nail over a piece of bread from the trash can, and the next, we could all die at the hands of a predator. That's a rough life, MC. Oh my god. Oh, flashback. Years ago.
Run! Get out of here! Somebody help!
Kill! Kill them all!
Chaos erupted all around me. The howls of the predators intermingled with the screams of the crowd, the cacophony threatening to burst my eardrums. Blood trickled from the bite wound above my collarbone as I stumbled into an abandoned pharmacy on a deserted street. A burst of intense gunfire resounded in the distance. A few seconds passed before a tall figure with a gun entered the pharmacy. Oh, okie dokie, Bob. Have a good one. Hold on, he was just dressed like that? Out in the wild, I didn't expect the outfit to make such an early presence. What do you mean he was just walking the streets dressed like this? Woo! Not that I'm complaining. Alright. The man grabbed a bottle of antiseptic from the shelf next to me, unscrewed the cap, and poured it over his wound. Woo! The grunts? He hastily bandaged it and turned to leave. Oh, cack on my tongue. He didn't even glance at me throughout the entire process. In times like these, staying alive was considered a victory. No one had the luxury to worry about others. My vision blurred from the blood loss, but my survival instinct kicked in. With the last bit of my strength, I grabbed his clothes. His barely there clothes. Take me with you.
Let go of me.
You have a gunshot wound. You've got that while being chased, right? If you leave me here, I might accidentally tell people your whereabouts. Ooh, close up! Before I can finish my sentence, I feel the cold barrel of a gun against my forehead.
It'd be easier to solve the problem like this, don't you think?
Silas, don't scare. If you take me with you, I promise I won't slow you down.
You little... when I find you, I'll skin you alive!
They're here. As the cries of the predators resounded once more, I touched a bite wound above my collarbone. He seemed to have not noticed that well. He seemed to have noticed.
Calm
as well.
down. You won't become a predator.
He poured what was left of the antiseptic onto my wound. Pain washed over me, but as I looked up to meet his cold gaze, I forced myself to hold back my tears.
If you want to come with me, dry those tears first.
Okay. Silas was an assassin. He was as lethal as he is notorious. And as he said, I didn't turn into a monster. I sometimes wondered if that was why Silas saved me. He said my immunity would be a secret. No one else was discovered to be immune, and I didn't want to end up as someone's lab rat in their quest for a cure. As I recovered, Silas handed me off, a homeless teen, to Wolfie. Wolfie was his contact. Oh, I know a Wolfie. From that moment on, Silas was a constant presence in my life. Sometimes he would stop by to do business, other times I delivered modified weapons to him on Wolfie's behalf. I noticed that aside from his usual job, Silas occasionally disappeared for a while. When he showed up again, he'd be injured. I couldn't help but wonder what kind of opponent was powerful enough to injure the most feared assassin in the Southern District. Wow. We've got some info on this right now. Silas disappeared again. A few days earlier, Wolfie left for a delivery. We quickly lost contact with one another. From the second floor, I peered through the gap in the curtains. I kept an eye on the watchers who showed up a couple days ago. They lurked in the shadows, and their intentions weren't obvious. Night fell, and a sudden downpour engulfed the city. Only flashes of lightning pierced the darkness. Sleep eluded me as I tossed and turned. A sense of foreboding encouraged me to reach for the revolver under my pillow. I borrowed it from Silas without asking after I ran an errand for him. Dear. I quickly jumped aside into the wardrobe. Even after all these intense situations I experienced over the years, my palms still felt clammy as I held the gun.
Sylus isn't here. Grab the girl. Use her to negotiate. She can't be his family, can she?
Fools.
Okay, we're saved. The commotion vision outside quickly disappeared. A few seconds passed, and the wardrobe door was yanked open. Sylus towered over me. His shadow stretched across the wall behind him like the legs of a spider. Ooh.
Get out.
Yes, sir! Phew. Woo! I quickly let out a sigh of relief, lowering my gun. I thought Wolfie's enemies wanted revenge. So
They didn't find
commanding,
this
right?
place, but they did find Wolf.
I like it more than I care to admit. Then
He won't be coming back.
See, can't say I'm too surprised. Oh no! Not the sexy time music again, though. Oh my goodness. No one was guaranteed to see tomorrow, but even though I acknowledged this harsh reality, I felt a lump form in my throat. Did Wolfie just die? Oop. Oh man. Sylus tugged gently at my hand that was still holding the gun. He pulled me out of the wardrobe.
Why didn't you shoot?
If I did, you'd be with Wolfie right now. Not wanting him to see me as indecisive or as a burden, I sniffled and changed the subject. Am I in charge of this place now? You'll still accept jobs here, right? I was worried that Sylus might stop visiting this place since his old contact was gone. The strong pass aside the weak, don't they?
Do you want to be my contact?
What? Suddenly, he grabbed the gun and pressed it against his chest. Without hesitation, Sylus pressed my finger down, pulling the trigger. What? Excuse me? What is happening? I mean, I want contact with this guy, but in more ways than one. All right. Blood rushed to my head and my temples throbbed, but it took me a few moments to realize the gun wasn't loaded. But she did that to me instead. Are you insane? You're lucky that it didn't have any bullets.
You think I got lucky?
Sylus slipped his finger through the trigger guard and handed me the gun. It was like he returned a toy. I hastily opened the cylinder. It was empty. How did you know?
It's the weight.
Sylus produced a bullet from one of his pockets. I didn't know where he got it from. He loaded it into the chamber in the blink of an eye.
If you don't want to end up like Wolf, never
it's Wolf.
hesitate when you shoot.
The gun in my hand felt heavier all of a sudden. Whether it was because of the bullet or something else, I wasn't sure. The weight of those biceps. Ooh! He's huge. I love it. At midnight, another group of watchers closed in on us. Did we shoot this time? Are we becoming the badass girly? When Sylus emerged from Wolf's dilapidated house, the rain washed away the blood from his hands. Were they also your enemies? He opened the car door and glanced at me as I was in the back seat. He didn't answer my question.
I got a call a few days ago. They said someone had taken out a massive insurance policy with my name. And the beneficiary is...
He rubbed the bridge of his...
Well, we have to move now thanks to you.
Oh, not bad. I ignored the sarcasm in his tone and focused on his word choice. He said we this time. Let's go! We're eloping, chat! We're going! After the night, I became Sylus's new contact. We continued to live on the edge for years. With what I learned from Sylus, I gradually became capable of handling missions beyond intel gathering. I could do them myself. We continued edging for years! Woo! But the city sank deeper into chaos and corruption. I witnessed too many innocent people get hurt, and I felt powerless. Lincoln had truly become a city of sin. Woo! I'm sorry. I should be more serious about this story because it's talking about serious stuff, but I'm just I'm just riled up tonight. Sometimes I was jolted out of bed because I had nightmares about being attacked. Then I'd hear the wailing police sirens or the muffled pops of gunshots. That was when I'd go downstairs barefoot to enter the living room. Sylus would usually be on the couch performing gun maintenance. I sat next to him and turned on the TV, and before I knew it, I drifted off to sleep. Just the sight of his silhouette was enough to lull me into a peaceful slumber. Whoa, we feel so safe with him around, chat! Over the years, countless enemies chased after us. Sylus and I moved many times. We hadn't finished unpacking at this new place, but neither Sylus and I were in a rush. It had become a norm for us to move at a moment's notice.
Recently, there have been multiple disappearances in our city. The authorities would like to remind everyone to be careful around suspicious individuals when outside.
You can catch a stray bullet by just sitting at home. You don't even need to go out. You mean turning into a predator? Happy as a nature tonight? He tossed me a newly modified gun. Can you finish your mission early today?
What? Do you need me to attend a guardian teacher conference?
I'm an adult, thank you very much. There will never be a guardian teacher conference. A new movie is premiering tonight. I want to see it.
Expired invitation?
Did he sneak off and go to the theater? If he needs to busy himself, he can always accept some lower paying jobs.
It's dark and quiet in the theater. Perfect for taking out a target. How convenient.
Okay, I rejected the low-paying job offer and sat my phone down. The cost of tonight's movie tickets can be taken out of my cut for today. My treat.
You're very generous.
He selected a few pieces of suitable gear and finished his preparations. He was about to head out. By the way, it's time for a 6-month income settlement. My share.
I'll deposit it for you, and I won't touch it.
At this point, I had an urge to say, thank you, Daddy, but I'm not going to say it for purposes. Sylus, you do know a lot of parents say that to trick their kids, right?
Didn't you say you were an adult earlier?
And here I thought you had trouble hearing things.
We urge all citizens to come forward with any information.
Again, I turned down the TV. Annoyed, I turned down the TV volume. You should get going, and you're not allowed to stand me up tonight. I'll say it to you, sorry. Otherwise, I'll find a way to use up all of your retirement saving.
You're so ruthless.
I know. Spending money is my specialty. Sylus turned to leave, and the lingering sound of his voice was more distinct than the door closing.
See you at the theater.
We have a date tonight! I got both Sylus and Zayne cards too. Oh my god, they're so Hi, Min! Welcome in, okay, Min. Yeah, I can't wait. The last time we played Xavier's card, and you can find that on my YouTube, which I'm live on as well, if you would like to help me get those watch hours. It's so good. Morado says you can punish me for my ruthlessness later, Daddy. Excuse me? Y'all, chat is just as thirsty as me, and you know what? I appreciate that. I appreciate all that, babes. All of that. I heard countless piercing sirens echoing from the other side of the city that night. I couldn't tell if it was my nightmare or Lincoln. Early the next morning, the news report about a massive explosion at an abandoned chemical plant in the suburbs from the previous night was being broadcast on every street corner. Sylus never came back either. Did he leave me, or maybe someone erased him from the city? When I could only speculate, wait, and search, those suspicious, dangerous figures reappeared around me. I refused to sit back and do nothing. Hello! Welcome in! Oh my gosh, hi, Saf! Hi, Saf! Hi, Etheria Starbringer, Lenny B1, Nova Steel. Welcome to the stream, everybody! Etheria and her shooting stars have arrived. Wow, it's a meteor shower! Am I supposed to make a wish now? It's Sylus's date story, that's right! Welcome in, coffee, cheesecake, welcome, welcome! Hi, nice to meet you! We're here to hang out with the lads. Oh my gosh, were you guys also playing Love and Deep Space? Now, my mods are kind of having a little bit of an off day tonight, so I'm doing all of the work on my own, so please give me a moment. I will give you that shout out. Let's go. I came in with the raid. Yes, you did, Troy. There we go. I was playing FF14. Ah, I see. Let's also check out Okamin, who is in the chat as well. I think she's... that. I think you should play Love and Deep Space, but the Savanova have been telling me about this game. Oh my gosh, yeah, this game is so good. The cards for this banner is really interesting, and they've all got separate world building qualities, and every card is 1 hour long, which is why I have to take a single stream just to read both cards, because okay, I haven't read through Sylus's and Zayne's. We are about just I'm assuming about 20% into Sylus's one, so there's still quite a bit to go. But Xavier's was surprisingly fluffy. It was so sweet. I know it looks like Love and Freak Space from the trailer, but I swear the story itself has more than that. You can check out I did a post on, hold on, one moment. Not jump scare, but like, so on my game blog, I posted Xavier's card that I played through on Thursday, and a little bit of a there's like mini spoilers in there, but yeah, the spicy bits are a very minimal part of the card overall, so I think it's gonna be the same for the others as well. I started playing this for the plot. Hi Jace, welcome in. So for those of you who are new here, my name is Himitoki. I'm a bunny princess VTuber. Usually this is my getup, but somebody changed my outfit for this stream and decided that I'm gonna match the boys in my little black dress. How did you guys spend your Valentine's? Wait, let me show you my little black dress right here. Yeah, she's got them strappy calls going on. And a booba railing and a tummy window. Are you kidding me? We are just matching with our boys tonight. What is that emote? Sap. Oh my goodness. I love the feathers that fall off. Yeah, I wish I could show it off more actually, but they're kind of just there. They're just for me to know. I'm losing my feathers over these cards as we go along. But yeah, I can get rather excitable when I play Love and Deep Space, so please excuse me if I squeal, scream, moan, or anything else in these cards. All right. Alrighty, so Saf, let me just give Saf a little shout out as well. I'm assuming Saf kind of guided the raid a little bit. Hey yo, moan, huh? Just a little bit, sometimes. Just sometimes. Maybe not. Maybe not. We may not. You did? Oops. I'm sorry. I assumed because I assumed because Saf has been here before. My bad. I know you're from Vic Streams. Oh, Victor! I see. Oh my god, we gotta shout out Victor Page here. If any one of you has my emotes, I have the Vibe emote that was by him. It's super duper cute. I did go to the Billboard event. It was a very brief one though. So I briefly visited. So for those of you guys who didn't know, is it tomorrow's the last day? Yeah, tomorrow's the last day for the Billboard at Somerset 313. If you want to check it out, I can show you. I'm sorry for the light mode, guys. Here it is. Where was it? I posted way too much over the past couple days, but the girlies in Singapore have sponsored a little billboard at Somerset 313 outside for you guys to go there and watch and get to know people. I saw a Xavier cosplayer when I was there, but I was too shy to take a photo, and then I ended up just not doing that. My husband was there. He was standing at the side. He's like, why am I doing this with you? You just came all the way here to see your boys on the banner. And I was like, yes, of course. I managed to get the fan on the second day. 45 packs left and I was 20. Wait, doesn't that mean you managed to get it? That's great. Ain't no way. Yeah, so this is running until tomorrow. It's just a short, like 10-second run, but I see them and I'm just like, those are my boys. Yeah. I got it in a couple of freebies. Awesome. I want to get the freebies, but I had dinner with my parents yesterday, so I couldn't go down to get the fan. But it's all right. It's all right. Okay, so we're gonna continue the card right now, just for a bit of context. In this world, Sylus is still some sort of a notorious gang leader, but he disappeared from our life at some point, and we're trying to find out why. We just got reunited with him in the prison. He is the leader of a gang called the Night Strix, and we are like the police in this world. So it'll be interesting. How was your Valentine's date? I didn't really go on a date per se. We had lunch and then hung out. Was what me and my husband did. But he bought me Hello Kitty Island Adventure for Valentine's Day. So I might be streaming that next week. I haven't planned my schedule for next week yet. So I'm doing that after the stream. And that'll probably be one of the things we're gonna try. Very girly pop game. I don't know if any of you guys play it. Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It's like Animal Crossing but with Sanrio characters and it looks super duper cute. Hello Soulmaker. I see you on YouTube and on Twitch. Thank you so much for tuning in on both sides. Thank you, thank you. Now, why I would advise you guys to just lurk on YouTube as well, as in case an ad like hits you in the head while you guys are watching on Twitch, then you guys can hop over to YouTube for a moment. Alrighty, I'm saying though, this banner has been one where I've seen the most fan art of. It's so insane and crazy and kind of aesthetically pleasing, hashtag hot, that I've been seeing so much fan art of it. It's been so well advertised. It's also been memed to hell and back. So I think they're doing a good job really pushing the game out there. You know, yesterday I played Yakuza. Oh, is there? I've been considering whether I should play Yakuza, but I haven't. I'm not sure where to start with that. Not what I expected, but in a good way. I was expecting soft, fluffy, cute, like making chocolates together domestic life sort of cards. We didn't really get that, but there's enough fluff in the stories that it makes me happy that it isn't just like, ooh, freaky time, horny, horny, horny. It's actual substantial writing that I enjoy throughout. 1 hour cards is honestly insane. Okay. There's literally Yakuza 0. Is that the first game? I moved to the Northern District and hid my identity to become an enforcer. With the resources this position provided, I might have a better shot at finding Sylus. But I soon realized the Northern District wasn't a paradise. People were more complex and corrupt here than where I grew up. Even as an enforcer, there were still so many things I couldn't change, all because I lacked the strength. At some point, the idea of leaving the city began to take root in my mind, but just as it became more persistent, Sylus reappeared out of nowhere. You guys came in at a good time where they were basically recapping the story up till now. And this is, just as you mentioned Yakuza, Sylus looks like he just walked out of that game. Can I just say, I love this shirt design. It's like a silky chain design. I don't know who designed it, but it looks quite nice on him. Matches his hair. My thoughts snap back to reality. Sylus is officially the prisoner I'm supposed to be interrogating. I clear my throat and attempt to get the conversation back on track. Let's return to the matter at hand. The LCBI needs you to provide information about Tartarus. The footsteps grow louder as they approach. It's the same guard from earlier. He's suddenly rushing towards us.
I just received orders from the warden. You're free to go, sir.
Oh? What?
We prepared all your personal
What?
belongings.
I was supposed to interrogate him! What do you mean he can go? Huh? It quickly dawns me that maybe this imprisonment is part of his elaborate plan. What plan?
Thank you for the pickup service, Miss Enforcer.
What the heck is going on? You guys just told me that I was supposed to interrogate him and now he gets to walk free? Huh? Behind us, the heavy iron gate of the prison slowly creaks shut. Standing here with Sylus and breathing in the city's not-so-fresh air, I'm hit with an uncanny sense of déjà vu. It's as if we've been transported to the past. What? I was getting into the role and then... huh? No, I was promised I get to interrogate. I received a belated message from the LCBI. Sylus has been released without charges. Apparently he pulled some strings via unknown connections. So was it intentional or was I lucky to be assigned to be your interrogator?
The prison gate isn't exactly the ideal spot for this conversation.
This man! Yeah, I got scammed! His evasive attitude is enough of an answer. It's clear he had this planned out since the beginning and kept me in the dark. I'm just angrily sipping my cold tea right now, like, I wanted to pull that. You know his very first card for Sylus was this insane card where you get to whack him with one of those riding... what did he call it? Riding whips? Yeah, that was one of his first cards. So we were just like on his face. We didn't even get to do this for this card. Are you kidding me? I wanted to at least get to slap him once. Slap the smirk off his face. Not that I hate him. It's just satisfying to get to slap a man. A handsome man at that. Fuming, I turn on my heel to march to the parking lot. I like how they put this camera angle so it looks like we're stomping. With his long strides, Sylus easily keeps up with me. Ah, no. I've had that happen in real life. It's not fun being fun-sized.
Where are you going?
I'm getting away from you. I failed my mission. Obviously, I'll be heading home. And I'm clearly not important enough for this. Why don't you ask our bureau chef to escort you out of the prison? I'm throwing a tantrum. I'm getting feisty. Hi, Ladder. After having entered the parking lot, I yank open the car door, and before I can even react, Sylus smoothly slides into the passenger seat as if it's the most natural thing in the world. You expect me to give you a lift? Was this part of the plan? Am I just your chauffeur today? Why are you in my car?
It's been years. I thought we could catch up.
Sure, why don't I take a quick detour to the LCBI? We can catch up there instead.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire. You don't waste time, huh?
If we're gonna talk about predators, the most dangerous one is sitting next to me. That's ironic, because, you know, we already know that he's... Anyway. He turns his head to give me a sidelong glance. I tighten my grip on the steering wheel and slam my foot on the accelerator.
Do you care whether or not I'm alive? Come on, we're still on the same side.
Think that he's been quietly climbing the ranks to become a leader this whole time. Meanwhile, I thought he was dead. This was the reaction we were hoping that MC would have to Caleb, right? Are they trying to make up for it by giving it to Sylus instead? Like, we can write that. We just didn't for that instance, but we're gonna write it now. Mad MC. As a consolation prize. A knot of anger tightens in my chest. Really, I must have missed the part where you were still considered one of where you still considered me one of your own.
Then let me rephrase that. You're my former ally.
He makes it sound like I'm his ex-girlfriend.
Not only cleaned out my safe, but also bought me a massive life insurance policy.
You're the one who vanished without a word and left me wondering if you were even alive. I had to plan for my future somehow. What if you had me catch Tartarus this time? I'm not greedy. Why don't we split it 50-50 like before? What do you think? After a fleeting moment of silence, Sylus' face relaxes. A familiar nonchalant smile appears.
Well then, the protege has now outshone her master.
I don't really know what kind of business we're in. I think we're assassins still? The train rumbles past outside like an irritable monster, making my tiny apartment tremble in its wake. Steam billows from the bathroom as Sylus, looking fresh and clean, stands by the window. He glances outside briefly before turning his attention back to the room. In every single cart he takes a shower. This man is like a hygiene... He is the hygiene man of all the 5 leads. He's always showering. Sometimes we catch him, sometimes we shower with him, sometimes he's just walking out of it. But so far, every single card he's taken a damn shower. Not that I'm complaining, it's just something I've noticed. I stand by the door and wait for him to break the silence.
The view here is pretty nice.
The view here is pretty nice. I know, right? A vantage point at this height is excellent. You can see every movement outside. It's a defensive stronghold, easy to defend, hard to attack, and offers a quick escape route.
I see you've retained what I taught you. But I meant to say that this place is on the outskirts of the Northern District. We're not far from the main bridge, so you can see the Southern District from here.
You can't see the place we used to live in from this spot. A whirlwind of questions about the time Sylus was away, and there's so much I needed to know. What happened? Why didn't you come back?
Straight to the point. I thought you'd work your way there with some small talk first.
Sylus turns and leans against the edge of a sink.
I was ambushed by Ever's lapdogs.
Ever? I didn't expect that, but it made sense for some. It's surprising that anyone could successfully ambush Sylus, but if it's Ever, they could do it. This business conglomerate literally initially started out in biotech. Now they're an innovative group that has changed people's daily lives. Behind the scenes, Ever has been pulling the strings at the city hall for their hidden agenda. The current mayor is nothing more than their puppet. Over the years, I used my position to secretly gather a substantial amount of evidence against them. One of the crucial pieces proves that the contamination which has been plaguing Lincoln for years is Ever's doing. However, as Ever's spokesperson, the current mayor still has a high chance of being re-elected. Unless I'm certain the evidence can decisively bring down Ever, I won't reveal it so easily. But when did you get on their bad side? As soon as the words left my lips, fragments from a distant memory suddenly flashed through my mind. When we first met, Sylus was already being hunted.
You can say we're old friends.
So the people who used to show up around us, they were Ever's agents this whole time?
But as time passed, they added another target to their list.
Oh, is
After
it us?
years of searching, Ever finally identified a person who's immune to the predators.
That does, right? Sylus wipes the condensation from the mirror, then he reaches out to open my collar. A faint scar sits above my collarbone. And the one and only...
Ever has been relentlessly looking for you. And then they discover the pesky guy who's been hanging around you is their old nemesis.
I like this story. But I like being the key person. What can I say? What can I say? We're the main character. That's why our name is MC. I'm glad that it's revolving around me again. The greatest profit comes when you control both the poison and its antidote. That's why Ever needs to eliminate Sylus first. That explosion at the abandoned chemical plant that shook the entire city, it was your doing, right?
Sometimes the best defense is a well-timed offense. The location happened to be Ever's most important biochemical laboratory in Lincoln.
I should have known he wasn't just sit back and tolerate it. Avenging every grievance is more his style. However, I learned they were conducting modification experiments there. Did Ever do something to you?
No.
Sylus' expression remains unfazed, as if the infamous explosion is barely worth mentioning. If you were alive this whole time, then why didn't you come find me?
You couldn't even get a good night's sleep in the Southern District. Now you're with the LCBI. Isn't it better?
You're not me. How can you possibly know what's better for me? Sylus remains non-committal. When I realize he knows everything about my life, down to the smallest detail, the resentment I held due to his absence disappears.
After that, I worked within Nightstrix. At times you can accomplish more in the shadows.
From what I gather, creating and trafficking the predators is a small part of Ever's business. Apparently, those SSS-class predators are valuable assets and have control devices implanted in them. Do you think Tartarus was under their control when he attacked the candidate?
You're awfully concerned about that person. Why are you so determined to catch him?
Those who don't cooperate with the LCBI shouldn't pry into an enforcer's work. That is to say, don't ask too much. Oh wait, I just realized that I didn't edit who was the first person into stream today. Hold on. Who was it? One sec. Let me check. Engelman. Affogato. First today was... Tsukihiko. Sorry about that. Late edit. So, thank you so much for being first. Alrighty. For being early. This phone that's on the sink suddenly rings. Our conversation is cut short. You just got out of prison and you're already busy?
An associate is sending their regards.
Sylus types a short reply before turning off his phone.
As the only person who's immune, you should worry about yourself first. Ever has never stopped looking for you.
Hi, Agacha. Thanks for the heads up. I already suspected certain individuals were watching me for years, so... I adjust my shirt collar to hide my scar. Don't worry, I won't let my guard down. And once I catch Tartarus, I plan to leave Lincoln.
Then I wish you success.
As the election draws near, the number of predators in the city suddenly increases. Tension and violence permeate every corner of the city. The attacks become more frequent and intense. The LCBI is in complete disarray, and since I'm unable to extract any information from Sylus for now, I have no choice but to seek intel from other sources. Today, I received a message from an informant. A nightclub in the Southern District has information about Tartarus. Hi, it's Josh. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in from Etheria's raid. Chaos is the most famous nightclub in the Southern District. It can be summed up in 2 words: anything goes. The air is thick with various scents. Fluorescent lights dance across the crowd and paint surreal psychedelic hues on their faces. No worries. As soon as I set foot in Chaos, countless eyes lock onto me. I make my way directly to a booth at the far end of the dance floor. There sits a bearded man who's flanked by several henchmen. Their bloodshot eyes and purposefully barred canines leave little room for doubt. They're predators.
So, you're interested in buying information?
Did I come here alone? It seems like a dangerous place to go alone. He doesn't bother hiding his appraisal as he looks at me from head to toe.
Listen, girl. Didn't your informant warn you? Regular folks who waltz in here don't get to leave.
Her neck looks... Oh god.
I can break it in. You...
Aren't you open for business? Does it really matter whose money you're taking? The hostile predators close in on me. An eerie silence instantly falls over the dance floor. Clear, deliberate footsteps resound behind me. The predators who are about to surround me suddenly back away. It's as if they sense an even greater danger. On the wall, I see a reflection of a tall, looming figure, getting closer and closer.
Who are you?
You're out and about at this hour? What kind of game is this?
You're wearing this outfit again? I know it's a club, but still. Both kitties out is seems like a stretch.
And did you get it?
Not yet. My friends here aren't exactly welcoming.
Is that so?
Air seems to freeze over. The overwhelming pressure emanating from Sylus is impossible to ignore. Like wild beasts submitting to a superior predator, the surrounding predators fall into a fearful silence. Sylus slightly tilts his chin to gesture to the revolver at the bearded man's waist.
Since you're not in the mood for business, why don't we play a game instead? I heard that revolver of yours made a few intel seekers retire.
Oh.
Then, let's play roulette.
Wanna play a game? Cautiously shifting his gaze from Sylus, he draws his revolver.
6 chambers, 3 bullets. If you win, I'll tell you what I know.
Okay, I take the gun and shake it slightly. Guns wait. As I recall that rainy night from many years ago. Excuse me, I burped. A familiar sensation creeps into my chest. I glance at Sylus. He makes a finger gun and gently taps his temples.
Bang.
That reminded me of Powder and Jings from Arcane. Boom. All right, well played. I press the gun against my own temple. The 3 shots happen so quickly that everyone freezes for a moment before struggling to process what just occurred. I slam the gun down on the table. You can try the remaining 3 shots, or you can tell me where Tartarus is.
I bet he doesn't have the guts to pull the trigger.
Dating Simulator Final Fantasy 16. Damn.
1 piece of intel for 3 lives. Now that's what I call a bargain.
You?
Bearded man grudgingly hands me an elegant card with an embedded chip.
If you have a death wish, go ahead and push your luck.
I got it. In game.
Satisfied?
Sylus wraps his arm around my shoulder and guides me towards the exit.
Let's go. I'm taking you home.
I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to that. Let's go. Man, that was a sexy, thrilling scene. Woo! I need a cold shower after this. The street lights feebly flicker as the car enters a deserted alley. Sylus moves his foot off the accelerator.
I see you haven't forgotten what I taught you.
I've been meaning to ask, why were you there tonight?
I was checking on my business ventures.
With the number of predators increasing, isn't doing business in the Southern District troublesome?
My business involves all of Lincoln.
Outside, the buildings lining the streets are dark and empty as if they've been abandoned. Sylus, do you like the Southern District?
It's all right. A single bullet can buy you a lot of things here.
I understand his meaning. Bullets buy lives, and lives are traded for money. What about the Northern District?
A playground of decadence isn't bad either.
Seem to fit in wherever you go.
Where I choose to be doesn't depend on these sorts of things.
Can I just say, I just noticed that there is a little N here, so together it just goes, no! His necklace is saying, no! Dark, thick clouds hang in the night sky. It's going to start raining soon. With a piercing bird call, a black shape crashes into the Mephisto? Are you okay? Mephisto! Mephi! Okay, he's fine, it seems. Sylus and I get out of the car to investigate. We find a wounded crow. Oh, he's not okay. He picks up the bird and gives it a quick once-over.
It's not severely injured, but it won't be flying anytime soon.
Let's bring it with us, Sylus.
Do I look like someone who rescues animals?
Kind of. Odd of being assassinated by a bird or zero. Don't tell me you're scared. He gives me a look before unceremoniously putting the bird in the back seat. I wonder what this spells out. I'm seeing frown, but I think it's a silly tattoo to say frown. I don't know.
Never mind. It's not like this is my first rescue.
Hey! It says enhance. The crow's wounded treatment. With the crow's wound treated, this little interlude comes to an end. However, Sylus shows no signs of leaving. In my bedroom, I'm on my bed. I turn over the chip I want in my hand and scrutinize everything. If I can decode it, I'll figure out where Tartarus is. The incessant pitter-patter of rain gets on my nerves, yet it's not long before the exhaustion washes over me. My eyes close on their own.
I'll rip your throat out with my teeth!
Ugh!
Kill them
It's that dream again, only me and the predators are in it. In my dream, I'm caught in an endless cycle of shooting and running. We're there. I dash into the roadside pharmacy, its windows and doors shattered, but when I think it's safe, a chain wraps around my ankle. I stumble and fall, and when I look up again, a predator's face transforms into Sylus's.
Won't you help me?
I wake up drenched in sweat, and my hand reaches under the pillow to feel for my revolver. Faint sounds drift in from my bedroom, yet Sylus is still here. Whew. The living room is shrouded in darkness. The lights are off. Barefoot, I walk over to his side and curl up on the sofa. I hug my knees to my chest.
I guess even enforcers have nightmares.
The more you see, the more you dream.
Is it because you realized one person's strength wasn't enough to save everyone?
You took me under your wing. Had any grand ideas about saving the world? Wouldn't you be the first to know about them? Sylus's gaze falls on my face. A keen interest flickers in his eyes as the room becomes quiet.
So, you didn't become an enforcer to be a savior.
I joined the LCBI so I could gain access to more info and resources. That way, I thought I could find you.
That's it?
Why else would I join them? Little did I know, someone was keeping tabs on me the whole time. These years of worrying were for nothing. Only then do I realize how tightly my nails dig into the palms of my hand. I unclench my fists.
Is the Northern District exactly how you imagined it'd be?
No, even as an enforcer, I often feel like I don't belong here. Maybe that's why I choose to live on the outskirts of the Northern District.
Then do you feel like you belong in the Southern District?
Taken aback. Life in the Southern District was once fraught with danger, but with Sylus there, I never considered whether or not I even... This concept suddenly dawns on me, and not wanting him to notice my realization, I avert my gaze. I haven't really thought about it before.
Whenever you had nightmares back then, I assumed you went downstairs because you wanted to escape.
You're worried that I'd leave? Oh, you always sat there because you were worried I might leave? Sylus doesn't answer me. Instead, he does what he always used to do. He set aside the gun he was cleaning and turns on the TV with the remote. Welcome back, Amelia! I'm gonna talk. Wow, sounds interesting. Despite learning about Tartarus' whereabouts, I withhold this information from the LCPI. Relentless attacks from the Predators constantly plague Lincoln. The public's demand for order grows and eventually erupts into protests, demonstrations, and strikes. The most favorite candidate and his campaign team are drafting legislation to address the turmoil in Lincoln. If this bill is implemented after he wins the election, it'll inevitably ruffle a lot of feathers. Meanwhile, the incumbent mayor's approval ratings remain inexplicably high. It's clear Ever is working behind the scenes for his campaign. Man. Thank you for the redemption, Breaker. The car comes to a stop in front of an imposing high-rise building. I fish out the card and reassure myself that I arrived at the correct location. An unnatural quietness blankets the area. It's accompanied by the dim glow of a few street lights in the distance. Hi, Leah! Looking up, I see the building looms before me. It's completely devoid of light and silently stands like a beast prowling in the darkness. Thank you for the lyric. Guided by the instructions on the chip, I locate a hidden elevator. As the elevator doors slide open before me, a man wearing a baseball cap hastily walks out. Caught off guard by his presence, I freeze and almost bump into him.
Sorry.
A nice voice. I nod at him and step away from the elevator. It's okay.
Thank you.
Passes by, the man tugs his cap lower. In that fleeting moment, I catch only a glimpse of his partial profile. He looks familiar. Before the elevator doors close, I notice a black sedan pulling up in front of the man. The numbers on the LCD screen quickly increase. My imminent meeting with Tartarus compels me to push aside my lingering questions. Suspicious-looking person. The elevator doors open at the top floor. When I step out, I'm greeted by a single, imposing closed door. It's adorned with an intricate design of a golden owl with its wings spread. This is Nystrix. After following these winding paths, I'm about to enter the heart of it all. I touch the handle and the door opens with a soft click. The room inside is shrouded in darkness. The glow of a tablet on the table provides some lighting. It's a solitary beacon in what feels like an endless void. The plush carpet swallows the sound of my footsteps. As my eyes adjust, the contours of a luxurious suite appears. I move towards the computer and the screen reveals a list of campaign contributions. Each number is a staggering sum. As for the recipient, it's none other than the frontrunner in the mayoral election. That man downstairs was him. I swipe through the screen as a picture starts to form with the info I gathered. The identity of the candidate's benefactor is obvious. I hear a sound behind me. In one swift motion, I draw my gun and turn around. Tartarus? My gun is pointed at the darkness, but the person quickly grabs my wrist and forces me to drop the weapon. Without missing a beat, I try to punch him and fail. My attacker can read me like an open book. A chilling realization hits me. He taught me everything I knew. He twists my arm behind my back and presses his body against mine to pin me down. The cold metal bars bite into my cheek. Pain shoots through my face. Let me go, Sylus!
You said someone else's name a few minutes ago.
Tartarus and the leader of Nystrix who's supporting that candidate. They're both you. Is there even a difference? Sylus loosens his grip. I turn around to face him. Sexy music is on again, guys. I don't know. I should be scared and thrilled and like having adrenaline run through me for like the fight or flight kind of reasons, but adrenaline's running through me for a different reason right now. Why would you disguise yourself as a predator to attack the candidate you're supporting?
Take a guess.
I fall silent for a moment. Ever since Sylus and I reunited, I've been quietly piecing together what he's been up to during his absence. Sylus's motives aren't that hard to figure out once I connect his actions and identities. Bedtime, have fun with the lads, he may. I think it's bedtime for us as well. In-game, woohoo! Boom shakalaka. Good night, Sav. They're purposely provoking public outrage. If people find out their beloved candidate was attacked by a monster created by Ever, then Ever and the current mayor would lose power. Your candidate will be able to take office. past dealings between Nightstrix and Ever must have given Sylus access to a treasure trove of incriminating evidence against them. A few days ago, someone said I became an enforcer to save Lincoln. Now, the Big Bad Wolf wants to be the silent savior of our corrupt metropolis?
I'm not interested in things like that. I'm just giving Ever a taste of their own medicine.
This is typical of Sylus. The turn of events I've experienced might not be too bad. Sylus rubs his temples and pretends to be concerned.
To think my protege had lofty ambitions. When you forge alliances, you sometimes need to make compromises.
What happens when your interests no longer align with your allies?
That's never been a problem. After all, there are always more solutions than problems. Yet you're visiting an SSS-class predator all by yourself. You're quite the daredevil.
You know I'm in.
Yes, but you can still bleed. And die.
The back of his hand brushes against my neck.
All it would take is one bite. Right here.
I step back, and a beam of light pierces through the darkness of the room. It illuminates us from behind, and when I turn around, I realize he pinned me against an enormous metal birdcage. Inside it are large chains, empty syringes, and muzzles lie scattered on the floor. When I piece together their purpose, a whirlwind of emotion sweeps through me. I'm sorry, my first thought was, sex dungeon? I don't know what she's thinking. When did you become Tartarus?
On the night our movie date fell through. I destroyed that laboratory, but I had to pay a price.
Conversation takes a somber turn, yet his tone remains noticeably nonchalant.
It's not too difficult to get suppressants on the black market, but I'd rather not give my roommate a front row seat to my nightly horror show.
It happens every night? In that moment, the resentment I had, the pain of knowing he was alive but chose not to see me, dissipates. Back when I was with the LCBI, I encountered predators who were using suppressants. The more they used them, the more likely their bodies developed resistance. The suppressants became less effective over time, which led to more frequent frenzies. Sylus grips my shoulder and guides me closer to the enormous birdcage.
It serves as a protective measure, in a sense.
Why are you showing me this? Are you implying you want me to lock you up as you go into a frenzy again? I try to keep my tone lighthearted, but deep down I'm afraid he might actually want me to do it.
What will you do after that?
I don't know. I've never had to take care of a predator before. I don't keep them as pets. What do you mean? I don't know. Literally. As soon as I can think of what I'll do with you in the birdcage, I'll act on it immediately. I might be imagining things, but Sylus's tone seems to carry a hint of anticipation. Brother, what? You what? Okay. Alright, we're in for an exciting time, chat.
Alright, then.
It's Freaky Saturday. He suddenly spins me around and pins me against the iron bars of the... Again? Ow!
So, do you want to see what I'm actually like when I lose my mind?
Not gonna lie, kind of. I'm excited. Yes! Is he smelling me? What? His breath caresses my ear as he nuzzles and sniffs my neck like a wild beast. Okay. My throat is exposed to his teeth and an unusual tingling sensation wells up from deep within me. Oh, I know that feeling! This strange feeling tinged with fear spreads throughout my body and transforms into an unfamiliar excitement. Wow, they're really out here saying, MC's getting horny! Prepare yourself! Alright. Sylus? Slightly sharp canines graze my neck and leave painful pinpricks. I tilt my neck away, but Sylus immediately grips my throat.
See? Avoiding danger is part of your survival instinct.
Not the throat he's grabbed our throat in more than one occasion already. The other card with the dragon myth, also throat grabbing, also neck biting. I'm starting to see a pattern.
It's just like how you want to leave Lincoln.
What if I wanted to leave Lincoln because I thought you weren't here?
Well, I'm here right now, aren't I? Tartarus and Sylus are in your hands. Will you arrest me, Miss Enforcer?
I've never had to be in a dominatrix position before, so this is very foreign to me, but I'm willing to try for you, Sylus. Let's go, whatever this gesture is. Sylus released me, but I reach up to wrap my arm around his neck. My finger touches his lip. I gently brushed a pad of my thumb against his canine teeth and shake my head. No. Some thoughts linger in our hearts for years without being resolved, yet a decision can sometimes be made in an instant. With Sylus by my side, some things aren't out of reach. After years of gathering evidence against Ever, it finally finds its purpose. I organize everything and send it to the office of that mayoral candidate. Soon after, Tartarus reappeared as a street rally. At a street rally. Whilst trying to save someone, he attacked me and I was hospitalized after. Undoubtedly, the news headline, "Brave Enforcer Saves Innocent Civilian from SSS Class Predator" will be on the front page. On the day that I was admitted to the hospital, my identity as an immune individual was also exposed. The media soon created a new headline, "Only immune individual in the world donates blood for cure research." Wait, what? Wait, what is going on? I thought we were gonna get freaky. We're in the hospital all of a sudden. What? Wait. Okay. Gotta drink water then. I just changed out of my hospital gown when I heard the door open behind me. Why are you here and why are you wearing that again? This is a hospital, man!
To visit the wounded, of course.
You didn't even bring flowers, and that wasn't very thoughtful of you.
I brought this.
Pulls out 2 movie tickets from his pocket. They're for a late night showing at the drive-in theater. The Last Duo? I couldn't help but give a wry smile. Seriously? You chose this one?
If I'm not mistaken, you haven't been to a movie theater in a while. And it's the only movie playing right now, just so you know.
Okay, it just reminded me of Expired Invitation.
Let's not let that title become our reality again.
Sylus watches as I meticulously tuck the movie tickets in my pocket.
Ever is about to make their move. Are you
Doctor on
ready?
duty? Hello? Zayne? Yeah. Since I proposed this plan to escalate things, I've been ready. My plan was for Sylus to attack me under the guise of Tartarus. Then I'll reveal my identity as an immune individual in front of everyone. Ever would never let someone like me donate blood. So they either acquire my blood or destroy it completely. Now, if we get the headlines to be something about Ever planning to kill an immune individual capable of resolving the chaos in Lincoln City... Oh no!
They're right on schedule.
A cacophony of sounds reverberates through the hospital. Enveloped in thick smoke, people frantically flee for their lives. Outside, pandemonium erupts. We'll lead them to the rooftop. Oh, this is bringing back memories for Sylus's main story. We also fought on the rooftop for that one. The wind on the hospital roof howls, yet it fails to mask the chorus of agonized screams below. But those weren't the cries of predators. The attackers were Ever's assassins. Their objective and target are obvious. They're here for me, who's immune.
Pathetic.
Thanks for the carry, hot man! Years may have passed, but Sylus and I still move in perfect sync. As piercing wail of police sirens grows closer, we defeat the last assassin. Used cartridges clang to the ground as I put away my weapon. The police will clean up the mess. Sylus, we're clear. Let's move! The metallic tang of blood hangs heavy in the air. Sylus looks up and wipes away a streak of red on his cheek with the back of his hand. His eyes shine with a dangerous light.
Even though
kill you or him. Both of you can rot in hell.
With his last breath filled with hate, the assassin violently crushes a small glass vial in his clenched fist. A faint, peculiar fragrance mixes with the metallic scent of his blood and wafts towards me. The scent is too familiar. The LCBI had seized numerous vials like this during their raids on illegal business deals, but among the predators, it had a chillingly straightforward name, the Frenzy Enhancer. Oh no! Oh no! Alright! I rushed Sylus back to the HQ of Nightstrix as fast as possible. Deep within the room, a reinforced cage is ready. Silent, it waits to fulfill its role in containing the beast that's about to be released. Oh, freaky sexy time's coming! Sylus' increase in body temperature and ragged breathing indicates he's about to go into a frenzy. I'm kind of scared. Got to restrain him now! Sylus' thrashing becomes so violent that I can only put a muzzle on him and chain one of his legs. Then I have no choice but to scramble out of the cage. Welcome this narrator.
Won't you help me?
I don't think I should. Why are we going in there? We should just be keeping him there, right? Are we trying to... I'm not gonna just watch you turn into the monster.
Is it thrilling to have me at your mercy? You better act now, before I bite down on your throat. You scared?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Your idea of help is heartwarming.
You look so good in that outfit, though. When you approach your prey, you must ensure that something.
Prey?
I couldn't even get the words out. This is so random. Are we just walking circles around him? The activator over here.
Whole body scan of the target.
This build is insane, dude. It's the safe zone. Is it changing? Why is it changing? Two suspicious areas identified. Oh my god. Are these the two areas? Is the activator here?
Don't press it.
Maybe it's here?
That feels good.
What is this activator thing even? I found it. It's connected to his right arm. Uh-oh.
How did it feel to watch me from outside the cage?
Ah! Ah! I have to break free. What? Whoa. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but whenever he like holds his arm to his eye, it's like one of those chunim blows, you know. It's like my eye is tingling. I sense an evil
turned
force.
into a monster, what would you have done?
I lock in this cage and walk away.
Impossible.
was very hot. We should do that every night. Every night! News spread throughout the city of the mayor's collision with Ever. For the sake of winning the election, assassins were hired to kill the immune individual. The massive public outcry based on this incident allowed that baseball cap candidate to be elected with a majority. Subsequently, with the disclosure of a large amount of compelling evidence from anonymous sources, Ever's crimes were exposed to the public. At last, the ones who lurked in the dark to manipulate Lincoln were brought to justice. The new city council introduced legislation for the treatment and management of predators. With the development of the solution underway, the legislation would be an achievable goal in the near future. With its deep-rooted problems resolved, Lincoln would change for the better. There are 2 endings, by the way, so we've just got, I think, what is the good ending? Oh my goodness, he looks so good! Finally, we get to see our damn movie! Oh, he made Hide Engineer! Wow. It's taken us long enough to get our movie date with Sylus. In the vast expanse of the drive-in theater, only Silas's car is present. The sweet aroma of popcorn fills the confined space of the car. I steal a glance at Sylus.
You've been
you,
peeping
Benjamin.
at me for the entire evening.
How
Not
can I
interested in
not?
the movie?
More interested in you. Anything wrong with that? Not that. I was thinking about how Lincoln is celebrating the new mayor taking office today. Are we the only ones who decided to watch a movie tonight? I turn my head towards the screen and reach out for some popcorn. My fingertips touch before they quickly move away. I notice how Sylus is looking at me out of the corner of my eye. Why are you... It seems you're not paying attention to the movie either. He turns his body to the side. One hand rests on the steering wheel as he faces me, and his gaze doesn't falter.
I wonder if you ever noticed. Whenever you wanted me to do something, even as a little squirt, you always beat around the bush first.
Not much. I just prepared a small gift. Silas swirls the feather between his fingers. He carefully examines it from every angle. I just gave him one of these! Bro. I've got so many feathers coming off me. You can take one at any time, bro. I got nervous and started calling him bro. That was not very sexy of me. I'm sorry.
Did the bird we saved give it to you?
Yeah?
It's fond of you, I guess.
But I guess it'd be better if I gave the feather to you. After all, someone saved me before.
Do you know what it means when a bird gives you a feather?
I don't know, but I've heard Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. Heard of her? Birds of a feather, we can be together. I flash a mischievous grin at him. Do you? I genuinely don't.
I know exactly what it means, which is why I'm accepting this.
What does it mean if a bird gives you its feather? What? As if on cue, the movie's credit begins to play. We turn our attention to the screen. With reckless abandon, the main characters floor it and speed off into an endless highway. That was a long card. How are you feeling, chat? Are we feeling good? I like the last part. The little fluffy movie part was so cute. Troy in YouTube, yes, there have been some spicy stuff so far. But honestly, I feel like it's not as spicy as Xavier's. This one is very sexy, but the intimacy is not there as much, I feel, personally. I want to see the bad end, though. Let's see what happens if we... Okay, so if we don't avoid him, he will attack us. So let's see what happens if we don't dodge him. And then we should be getting the bad end. I'm not sure what it's going to be about. I just hope it doesn't break my heart or anything like that. Loading back the Kindred. And then we're gonna go to Zayne's card, which I'm excited for too. How are we feeling, chat? By the way, Monster Hunter is coming out soon and I'm really excited for it. Okay, I just have to not dodge him. walking is not... I can't. Ah! Darkness has a way of freezing time. When I finally came to my senses, I didn't know how long I was out. The metallic scent of blood fills my nostrils. Several parts of my body are in throbbing pain. I touched them only to find my hand coated in something sticky. I'm still alive. The will to live is overwhelming, powerful enough to conquer everything else. As my vision slowly returns, I became aware of heavy breathing nearby. I see a figure in the corner of the birdcage. The person who saved me years ago had been transformed into an artificial monster. Sylus. A pair of hands once again clamped tightly around my throat in response. Let go of me, Sylus. Air in my lungs is rapidly vanishing. His eyes, a few centimeters from mine, no longer carry a shred of the person I once knew. Are we gonna die? My fingers suddenly brush against something cold and hard. My revolver. It's been my faithful companion for many years. Its presence is a reminder that I still have one final option. No way! After I lock the cage, I stagger to the rooftop. I see the overcast sky. Thunder rumbles within dark clouds. It all seems so heavy I can't scream, let alone breathe. The howling wind blows a tattered newspaper to my feet. The headline announces the assassin of a mayoral candidate. My throat burns with a searing pain, and I'm reminded of that stormy night.
Never hesitate when you shoot.
Birds fall from the sky and their cries pierce the air as the city lies in ruins. This place will never see another dawn. Dang, okay. It was pretty crucial that we stopped him then. Whew. Well. So that was Sylus Innocent Birdcage. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to Zayne's, but I'm gonna need a quick toilet break before we do that. Because how long did we take to play that card? I think it was almost an hour and 10 or 15 minutes. But it's been a hot minute. I'm gonna go pee real quick and then I'm gonna be back. But while I'm in the loo, you guys can watch the trailer. I'll show you guys the trailer.
I'm reviewing these documents, and you're nodding off. I guess we're...
Hey! BRB!
What am I to you? A madman? A monster? Or just a pitiful prisoner? I don't know what I'll do to you. What will you do next?
Since you chose to enter this room, scared, keep this up, and you'll regret it.
Do you hate me? Do you think I'm a monster? We'll keep that in mind. Did you like that?
How did it feel to watch me? Won't you help me from outside the cage? Come, just a little more. Your idea of help is heartwarming. Now you'll never fly away, my little bird.
Don't be scared. It'll be over soon enough. Then, you'll never leave me.
The path ahead is treacherous. So why don't we lose ourselves in each other?
Exposing your weaknesses to a monster. Must. You chose to remain in this cage. You're not allowed to leave as you please. Why don't you touch me and find out?
moved. Where'd all that courage go?
Pray.
Your hand is warm.
Too scared to open the cage.
I came back to chat saying gat. Guys are so funny. Alright. Yeah, so this is the Valentine's Day event for this year, which is crazy. They have a little mini game which is very fun. And I'm not half bad at it. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the trailer. We are going back to the game now. And we're about to start Zayne's route. Are you guys ready? I'm not. I'm quaking. I'm already quaking. Alright, let's go. Immediate disorder. Now, in this card, they say that this card is the most uncharacteristic of Zayne, which is what I'm absolutely excited for. Because he is the most reserved of all the 5 leaves. And, wait to see him lose his mind. Ah! Let's go! This is gonna be a more storytelling first, though. So we have to get through that.
That damn predator. They didn't catch up, right?
Oh? What was that? What was that?
It's you.
Wrong one.
Warden. So you were the predator this whole time, Zayne. I'll have you know I donated money to build a statue in front of the city hall. I'm Lincoln's most...
Who is this person? Oh! Ice shards pierce his body and silence him. Forever!
I don't need to know that.
Okay. Warden? Boss. Can be a predator, I don't mind it. Right? Troubled, I stare at the word case closure report form on my computer screen. My junior leans over from her workstation and calls out to me in a low voice. Shh, we're in the office. The bureau chief might nag you if he hears you.
Okay, Miss Enforcer. I heard the bureau chief say the serial killer we're investigating murdered the councilman yesterday. They also said they're closing the case and won't pursue it any further.
That's crazy. Why does this keep happening? I'm whispering back because she's whispering to me. Turn my attention to the serial killer's file and start reading it. The suspect is male, real name unknown. The Lincoln City Bureau of Investigation, or LCBI, gave him the codename Galen. Over the past years, Galen had been responsible for numerous crimes targeting political figures and business tycoons. In addition, there have been eyewitnesses' reports of Galen killing predators who have lost their minds across Lincoln. After conducting multiple on-site investigations, the LCBI has determined that Galen isn't an ordinary person. He's a predator, an SSS Class 1 to be exact. That is the highest threat level one can receive.
Whenever we're halfway through an investigation, they close the case. But Galen is strange too. He's a predator, yet he's killing other predators.
He's a what did they call it? Vigilante predator. Have you finished analyzing the security camera footage I asked you to check a few days ago?
I have. Take a look at this. The last trace of Galen shows him passing by Oxo Clinic in the Southern District.
What? Hearing that familiar name, I can't help but freeze for a moment.
Yeah, it's Oxo Clinic. Is there a problem?
It's nothing. The security cameras get a clear image of the serial killer?
I'm afraid not. He seems to know the area well and managed to avoid them. What do you think? Is it possible that Galen used to live in the Southern District?
Possible. You have a point. It really is him.
But the footage is from last year. We couldn't find him back then, so can we even track him down with this?
I pull out a stack of papers from my desk and flip through them. These are files of Galen's victims that I've been investigating. Whether they're well-known businessmen or political figures, all the victims have one thing in common. After the Predator virus outbreak 5 years ago, they were involved in its secondary transmission. They even profiteered from the situation. The killer's motive is now obvious. The murdered councilman from last night was one of them. Investigating Galen will inevitably uncover the shady deals of powerful figures. No wonder the LCBI keeps insisting I close the case immediately. My phone buzzes. A travel app pops up on the illuminated screen. I tap on it and a scene unfolds. Vast snowfields, spruce trees covered in fresh snow, and a snowman wearing a scarf. Maybe I should just walk away from this. Why should I care what happens in Lincoln? I might as well move to a place that hasn't been touched by the Predator virus and live a carefree life. I can start over from scratch. I sigh and my gaze falls onto the surveillance footage my subordinate gave me once more. It was the only lead on Galen that the LCBI managed to obtain in the past 5 years. It's been a long time since I've heard the name Oxo. Zayne. I wonder where he is now. After careful consideration, I pick up the motorcycle keys from my desk and stand
Are
up.
you going to investigate Oxo Clinic?
I give a small smile and gently guide her back to a seat. I'm taking some time off. Can you let our chief know? I went to Oxo Clinic. Of course, I can't openly admit I'm investigating a case that was ordered to be closed, especially when it involves many crucial secrets. The street of the Southern District feels strange yet familiar. Before long, I find myself standing in front of Oxo Clinic. As I push open the dust-covered glass door, it feels like a switch is flipped in my mind. Fragments of memories rush in at the same time. It all started 5 years ago. At the time, I wasn't an enforcer in the Northern District. I was a bounty hunter, scrapping by in the Southern District. I took whatever jobs I could get. In an unexpected turn of events, I was bitten and wounded by a predator. I spent what it feels like an eternity searching for a clinic. Clutching my injury, I finally collapsed at the doorstep of Oxo Clinic. The flashback time? The pain slowly subsided. It seemed my wound was treated and bandaged. Whoa! Hold up! Zayne with his doctor fit here! That's a good look on you, Zayne. Very different from the prim and proper Zayne that I'm very familiar with. I like this look on him. It's so nice. It's giving, teenager scared the living crap out of me. I need to change my clothes to match him too. The tie, right? The overall disheveledness of this look. I love it. In stark contrast to the gentle hands that carefully treated my wound, the owner's face was as emotional as a glacier. Was I unconscious for a long time? Is the werewolf fit?
Zayne.
Yeah!
And to answer your previous question, it's been 3 hours.
Cleavage.
That's a long time, I believe.
Thought doctors were supposed to have good bedside manners. This guy didn't get the memo. Bedside manners? My eyes drifted from the open until 10 p.m. sign on the wall to the clock. It was midnight. My gaze then shifted to the side room where I saw several pet carriers of various sizes. Pet carriers? Kitties? A kitten suddenly jumped onto Zayne's shoulder. It leaned down to look at me straight in the eye. Am I in a vet clinic?
Behave. And get down, please.
Me or the cat? Either way, okay. Looks like he treats cats better than people. He's going to teach me manners. I moved my arm a little before getting up to leave. A bottle of medicine was quickly thrust in front
Take
of me.
these when the pain becomes severe. No more than 2 a day.
Whoa, this medicine looks expensive. No thanks, I don't have a lot of money, so I can't afford to buy it. I'm broke.
It's free. Happy birthday.
Eh? He places the medicine bottle in my hand. Huh? What?
I saw your patient profile in the system. Your birthday is the same as today's date.
It's my birthday? I didn't even know that. I thought my birthday was... Okay, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to
Consider
me.
it a gift.
Happy birthday to he. Happy birthday to me. In the last card, Xavier also said it was my birthday, so I might be missing something here, chat.
But judging by your expression, some of that information isn't accurate.
Zayne is right. It's a date I randomly made up when filling out forms as a kid. I can't believe it's actually today. Looked at the bottle of medicine in my hand, which was elevated to a gift. I hesitated, then I decided to keep it to myself. I reacted that way because this is the first time I ever received a birthday gift.
I see. Well, you can go now.
The dismissal was so sudden that it stunned me. Okay. Before I can fully process what happened, Zayne's back already faced me. I was seated at a microscope and I couldn't help but reveal a small, bewildered smile. I'm surprised and happy at the same time and confused. Thank you for the gift, Dr. Zayne. Date might be made up, but what I said was true. This was the first birthday gift I ever received. Alright. Medicine. Great gift. I have a secret. A few years ago, a radiation leak in a lab of the Northern District triggered a wave of psychic disturbances that soon swept over Lincoln City, warping the minds of ordinary people and turning many into violent predators. One bite from these predators was all it took to spread the infection, transforming others in their wake. Fear settled over the city, and in an instant, no one felt truly safe. However, I'm immune to this disease. Zayne discovered this while treating my wound. After that day, I found myself frequently visiting Oxo Clinic to gauge Zayne's reaction. But he never said a word about it. He silently protected my secret. Through my frequent visits, I discovered something about this taciturn, seemingly aloof veterinarian. Zayne is also a predator. But just as he kept my secret, I remained silent about his. Our shared secrets brought us together at Axo Clinic. Even though Zayne rarely initiated a conversation, he never asked me to leave. Time flew by just like that, so before long, I had to say goodbye to him. Dr. Zayne! The familiar figure was still hunched over the microscope. I walked into Oxo Clinic with my pet turtle in my arms. Zayne slightly tilted his head to glance at me.
Neither you nor the turtle appear to be injured. Why are you here?
I'm leaving. I wanted to say goodbye in person. His hand paused on one of the microscope adjustment knobs and he turned to face me.
Where?
I'll be heading to the Northern District, the LCBI, here. I showed him my phone screen with a job offer from the LCBI with its official seal at the bottom. For some reason, he was unusually quiet. Don't look so sad. I'm only moving to the Northern District. I'll still visit you whenever I can.
Give me your hand.
Why?
The LCBI staff frequently interact with the predators. To ensure their employees don't become one, they conduct routine blood tests.
Oh?
If you want to keep your secret, give me your hand.
Okay. While I was skeptical, I trusted him. I offered him my hand, and he quickly brought out a tourniquet and secured it around my arm. How did you know? It wasn't mentioned in the recruitment poster or the job offer.
Your turtle is about to fall off the table.
Oh, sorry. Even though I knew it was a distraction, I still turned to look. As I reached out with one hand to catch my turtle, Zayne swiftly inserted a needle into my other arm. What? Bright red blood slowly filled the syringe. I couldn't help but crack a joke. They say blood gets predators really riled up. You worked as a veterinarian for years. Has the sight of blood ever made you go into a frenzy? I also heard that some predators have an activator implanted in them when they enter a frenzied state, finding that activator is the only way to calm them down. Do you have one by any chance?
Are you certain you want to discuss this while I'm drawing your blood?
Not like I have other predator friends to talk to.
Don't move.
Okay.
Also, you wouldn't be sitting here asking questions if I lost control that easily.
Once he was done taking my blood, he walked into a cabinet, retrieved a few small vials, and returned to his desk to make something. A few minutes later, he gave me a bottle of capsule.
One capsule lasts 2 hours. It should be enough to get you through the medical examination.
You know, I secretly thought you lacked bedside manners when we first met.
If you're looking for a warm, kind-hearted doctor, try the clinic down the street. You might have better luck there.
Oh, that wouldn't be necessary. It turns out my first impression was wrong. I have first-hand experience with your care now. You should smile a little more. You look more approachable then.
I'm too busy for that. Smiling isn't in my schedule.
Your schedule? After tidying up his desk, Zayne walked to the building's entrance and flipped the open sign to close the clinic for the day. He's a vet in this world. How cute is that? The sunlight outside was inviting. I sat on the steps by the clinic's entrance and tugged at Zayne's sleeve. I gestured for him to join me. Despite his apparent reluctance, he sat down next to me. Aren't you curious about why I want to join the LCBI?
If you want to tell me, you may.
Well, I feel like Lincoln is my home. I grew up here and I want to do something for it. As a bounty hunter, I can only do so much, but as an enforcer, I might be able to make a difference. I raised my hand until my fingers appeared to bridge the gap between the northern and southern hemisphere. I touched the corners of the LCBI building in the distance.
The Northern District is 100 times more dangerous than this place. Be careful.
I heard from the other bounty hunters that you're from the Northern District. That true?
Yes.
I guess we'll eventually run into each other in the Northern District someday. It'll be something to look forward to, Dr. Zayne. Oh, they have such a sweet relationship in this card. What the heck? After that, I was swept up in a whirlwind of work. I barely had a moment to catch my breath. It wasn't until my first vacation that I finally had the chance to return to the Southern District and visit Zayne. But he was gone. Axel Clinic was covered in a thick layer of dust. The aloof doctor vanished into the distant memories of my past, just like that. No! Man, that sucks! Although it's been 5 years, the memories are as crisp and clear as a freshly printed document. Inside Axel Clinic, everything remains the same. Every piece of furniture and item is in the spot I remember them being in, all familiar to me like the back of my hand. The investigation comes first, though. I scan the room, but before I can activate my iris scanner, the door behind me bursts open. Who's there? In one swift motion, I draw my gun and turn. I aim my weapon at the intruder, but he sneers and raises his hand in mock surrender.
Really? Enforcer? You can't recognize your own colleagues now. Oh, wait. You're not one of us anymore.
With a wave of his hand, the enforcer signals his teammates. I'm surrounded by a swarm of enforcers with their weapons pointed at me. What do you think you're doing? Are you here to arrest me? Where's your warrant? And who authorized this? As if he's been waiting for me to ask that, the enforcer produces a formal document with an official stamp.
The LCBI has evidence of your involvement in smuggling an illegal substance, Frenzy Enhancer.
What? I never...
This is your termination notice.
What
Your
the
arrest
heck?
warrant and order to apprehend you were signed by the bureau chief himself. Give up.
I try to resist, but it's pointless. I'm outnumbered in this situation. Someone framed me.
Save your excuses for prison.
Oh my god. This is the first card where we get arrested. What the heck? Oh no. LCBI usually interrogates suspects before transferring them to the prison. Throwing me into a cell like this, something's not right. As a theory forms in my mind, I can't help but let out a bitter laugh. First, they shut down my investigation, then this happens. They must be desperate to cover up for their schemes for profiting off the virus.
0905, out!
Why?
The warden wants you.
Grudgingly follow the guard through the long corridor as we make our way to the second floor.
That warden's gonna tear you apart! Saves us the trouble.
Prisoner's shrill taunts fill my ears. Annoyed, I shake my head. I look at the cells around me. Each one has a predator I arrested over the past years. They threw me into a den with my enemies. I guess they want me to disappear without a trace. You're getting on my nerves. Can't you all just shut... A bone-chilling cold suddenly surges up from the ground. As if everything is frozen in place, yet I can move around freely. The shouting around me has stopped, but I don't know when that happened. On the second floor's corridor of the prison, a tall figure stands in the darkness. Face is obscured. Huh? Huh?
Silence!
Biting chill permeates the air as the prisoners are frozen in a thick layer of ice.
This is the punishment for not learning to keep your mouth shut.
Oh? Zayne?
Take her to my office.
Okay. Let's go! We're hitting the office, chat. Zayne's office. He turns and leaves, and I only catch a glimpse of his retreating figure. But that's all I need to recognize who he is. Zayne? Why is he here? What the heck happened? I thought he was a vet.
Sit down and don't try anything funny while you wait. The warden will be.
I'm sad. Okay, I'm sad. Same. I'm sad too. Shackle me to this chair if I can. If I can't move, even if I wanted to. I can't move, even if I wanted to. I'm very sad. Thank you very much. I'm sad on a Saturday. I listen closely as the guard's footsteps fade away. Once I know he's gone, I quickly twist my wrist and free myself from the strains. Oh! Okay, MC, okay. He really made sure they were tight. This are killing me, and this chair is as comfortable as a rock. My eyes are drawn to the leather chair behind the desk. Without hesitating, I turn around and make myself comfortable. I cross my legs as I sit. Now this is better. Pains off it. Large stacks of files are meticulously arranged on the desk by size. Papers are perfectly aligned at the corners, held in place with a paperweight. My right hand can easily reach the pen holder because of its current position. As I sit here, I can almost imagine Zayne's workday. For badasses in all the universes, right? From veterinarian at Axo Clinic to warden. Like he found his own path during these 5 years. I wheel the chair between the bookshelves and scan the content. Amongst the tomes is a small box. It sticks out like a sore thumb. What's this? Are these candies? Just as I lean in to get a closer look, footsteps resound outside the door. I rush back to my original chair and pick up the discarded restraints. Panicking, I try to put them back on so it looks like I never moved. But I'm a second too late. Oop. As Zayne walks into the office, he sees I'm in the middle of wrapping the heavy restraints around my arms.
What are you doing?
I'm helping you check to see if they are working properly. What about you? Why are you here? Being a veterinarian didn't work out, so you became a warden instead. To mask my guilt, I decided to go on the offensive and question Zayne first.
I suppose it's also difficult to be an enforcer, since you switched career paths. I see prison happened to be your first choice.
Hey! Zayne walks to the desk and methodically empties the evidence bag. My enforcer badge and phone emerge. He then retrieves a file box from the bookshelf and places its contents on the desk.
You smuggled frenzy enhancer.
I did
not. The life of an
not.
enforcer is more exciting than I imagined.
I take 2 steps forward and close the file. I was framed. I've never done stuff like that. The LCBI's procedures are strange this time around. They never presented any evidence or witnesses. I didn't even get interrogated.
When the charges, evidence, and witnesses are fabricated, presenting them is almost pointless. As for these irregularities you spoke of, to a majority of people who are unfamiliar with these procedures, it would appear the LCBI is eager to punish a law-breaking employee. They can easily spin this story to the public as them responsibly cleaning house.
So, are you siding with the LCBI, Warden? You don't plan to release me? I had no idea a person's guilt could be so... He decided so easily. All of a sudden, I can't read. I'm sorry. He's distracting me. I'm impressed with the justice system's efficacy. I deliberately say each word slowly. Defiant, I furrow my brows and lock eyes with Zayne. Will I have a better chance of achieving my goal if I stopped here and voluntarily brought up our past? Maybe. But I can't bring myself to use our time together as leverage in this situation. I don't know why.
Why don't we listen to this first?
Zayne slightly lowers his head, reaches into a desk drawer, and pulls out a voice recorder. He slides it across the table towards me and presses the play button.
These are voices from within the LCBI. I would assume you're more familiar with them than I am.
Bureau Chief, the Operations Section Manager, and the Enforcer who arrested me. The recording details the entire process to plot to frame me. My arrest and imprisonment are their crowning achievement. Well, I don't experience this every day. I get to listen to people scheming against me.
You'll inevitably be more eye-catching when you're in a high position.
I barely had the chance to shine before they decided to get rid of me. What a grand spectacle I turned out to be. You don't plan on handing over that voice recorder, right? By letting me listen to it, you're trying to see if you can make a deal with me?
You're quick on the uptake. It seems you matured a little since then.
Wonder if our turtle is still with us. Zayne proposes I become his informant within the prison. My objective is to get close to a certain prisoner. His name is Levi. He's a former employee of Ever's Biological Sciences Department. 5 years ago, he was involved in a series of classified experiments. Rumors suggest that after those experiments, the Predator virus first appeared in Lincoln and began to spread uncontrollably. Ooh. Thank you, Gustav, for the well wishes.
You need to obtain a list of personnel from him. It will ideally name everyone involved with the classified experiments. I believe that with your investigation skills, gaining his trust shouldn't pose much of a challenge. Once you complete this task, I can either clear your name or create a fake identity so you can leave Lincoln City. The choice is yours.
I'm sorry, his voice in this card is so sexy. It's so commanding. It's so commanding of respect. And I'm very attracted to it. Noticing my hesitation, Zayne sits down and slides the voice recorder towards me again.
I could simply give you this and let you walk out. However, the people targeting you won't give up so easily. You might have the misfortune of getting more than just a prison sentence next time.
What if I told everyone that the warden is a predator and he's secretly running a prison filled with other predators? I know it's an empty threat, but I can't help but push my luck.
Go ahead. Let's see who they're more likely to believe. The warden, or a prisoner accused of smuggling frenzy enhancer.
You've got a point there. I don't really have a choice, huh? You're less like a doctor and more like a wolf wearing a white coat today.
Why, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
Matches your hair. Bullets! I take the voice recorder. My frustration is obvious as I rack my brain for a way to gain the upper hand in this. We'll discuss what happens after our deal once I succeed. Want my help? Then you should let me set some conditions.
So long as they're within my jurisdiction, we can discuss them.
In that case... These are all great options. I want a private cell, I want to freely move around, I want special meals at night, or I want my pet turtle. I think I want special meals at night. I want special meals prepared for me every night. Slop they serve in the prison cafeteria is too miserable for my stomach. Fried chicken, barbecue skewers, hot steak. Don't you crave food like that after spending so much time in prison?
I'm not a prisoner. I can have all of those whenever I leave this place.
Then why don't you take me?
The answer is no.
I want my pet turtle. I want you to bring my pet turtle here. Sure, it'll live for a long time, but that doesn't mean it can't survive without food and water. I also don't have anyone who can take care of it in my place.
All right.
I want a private cell? Preferably one quietly tucked away in a corner. Zayne rubs his fingertips as if to contemplate. I don't know if I'm imagining things, but I can see a hint of amusement playing at the corners of his mouth.
All right. Keeping you away from the other inmates will lower the chances of any incidents occurring by 50%.
That's true, I've put a lot of them in here myself. I'm the textbook example of a law-abiding citizen. I would never stir up trouble on purpose.
Perhaps. However, when self-defense is involved, I'm afraid that's another story.
That's true. Aside from the usual prison stuff, I want to freely move around.
What will you do with this freedom?
Narrow my eyes and reveal a mischievous smile. I can do a lot of things. Maybe I'll walk around when I'm bored, or I'll secretly observe the warden all day.
I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. My workday isn't exactly riveting. Considering our need to monitor certain individuals, however, I suppose I could allow it.
Okay.
Whether or not the guards will cooperate, it's hard to say.
Hold out my hand to Zayne. Forward to working with you, dear warden.
Likewise, Miss Informant.
This is fun. I'm up for this. Oh, before I forget, I have one more thing to add to my list of conditions. Candy with me before I go. Thinking, I point to the container hidden amongst the books. For the first time, I see a crack in Zayne's usually stoic expression.
You can.
Thank you! The warden manages is under the court system jurisdiction. All captured predators in Lincoln are here. The warden himself is mysterious and rarely appears in person unless it's absolutely necessary. The fact very few people have seen him is often discussed in whispers during my time in the LCBI. Now that I think about it, his reputation for being mysterious and rarely appearing probably stems from two things. First, Zayne has always been this way, and he needs to hide the fact that he's a predator too. There's no way I believe working with Zayne will go smoothly, but no matter how much I prepared myself, I didn't expect my first challenge to be... Oh?
Why don't you sit with me, boss? Don't listen to him, boss. Sit over here instead.
What's going on? In the cafeteria, I stand with my tray. I'm not sure how to deal with the eager faces blocking my path.
Boss, tell us how you managed to survive the warden's interrogation.
Come on, share your secrets. You're the first one we've ever seen come back alive. The people before who met him? Well, they're dead now.
Oh god, okay. What has Zayne been doing in this prison? These inmates are probably two-faced. They'll say something else when my back is turned. I shouldn't get too involved with them. Excuse me, move out of the way please. I don't have anything special to share. I'm more concerned about getting food in my stomach. I'm about to shake them off when I spot my target. Levi is standing in the sea of people. Well, if you really want to know about my experience, it's nothing too extraordinary. And sure enough, Levi turns his gaze towards me. I'll make my presence known for now, then I can try to talk to him in private later. First things first, you need to keep your cool. Don't let him see you sweat, even if you're negotiating. Then you need to have a useful skill or two, like lockpicking. Trust me, when you're restrained to a chair, knowing how to pick a lock can be the difference between life and death. A familiar chuckle rises from the crowd. For a moment, I think my ears are playing tricks on me. When I find the owner, I know I'm not seeing things. Zayne is standing right in front of me. However... Hold on! Is he so free that he has decided he will come down and watch our investigation firsthand? In this outfit? I cannot! Zayne! You look great, by the way. Those biceps are popping. That collar is shocking. And my boots are shaking. Not just my boots. I'm quaking everywhere.
That guy's fresh meat, boss. I don't know why he's here, but they say he's one of the predators with a laundry list of crimes.
Is that so?
Can you move over? I want to eat here.
He's already marking his territory? This baby's got some guts.
I'm shocked. Then I look at Zayne and mouth to him. Just to see me squat. Especially in this outfit! Are you kidding me? Zayne glances in my direction but doesn't respond. Instead, he calmly navigates through the crowd and sits next to me. He starts eating his meal as if he doesn't have a care in the world. Why do they have to put the chain like that? It's a framing? This? There were some decisions made, alright? I'm already eating. Thank you for the meal. Itadakimasu. Alright, show's over. Beat it. I need to talk to our new friend here.
You're doing well behind bars. As expected of an enforcer.
Say it like that. Well, I have someone's notorious reputation to thank for. One quick trip to the office puts me above everyone else.
Are you referring to those rumors? They're nothing more than necessary deterrents against the predators.
I'm about to chuckle at his remark when I notice Levi is still watching me. I quickly compose myself and look at Zayne with a stern expression.
He knows who you are. You're the renowned enforcer from the LCBI. The media covered your exploits in apprehending the predators.
Unfortunately. Oh, then did you watch their reports?
There were so many of them. It was hard not to.
Mom, I'm famous. I bet the headlights only talk about the murder of that con now, though. Observe Zayne's face to see if there's any sort of reaction. Unsurprisingly, he remains unfazed. He doesn't even pause on his meticulous efforts to remove every last carrot from his meal. So, even the high and mighty warden is a picky eater.
Food preferences aren't limited by one's rank.
Be honest with me. Why are you interested in that list of personnel?
Does it matter to you?
Of course, we're working together, so we should at least be honest with one another. You seem to know everything about me. I'm in the dark when it comes. Kind of one-sided partnership doesn't inspire confidence. Zayne sets down his chopsticks, and his expression becomes solemn.
I need to recover the solution that can cure the predators of their disease. Long before everything began, the lab researching protocore veins had already discovered it might be the cause.
That's a noble
The formula
cause.
for the solution was also nearly complete. It was when Ever stepped in and conducted those secret experiments that the radiation leak occurred, along with the theft of the formula.
Do you believe the culprit is involved with those experiments? Possible, but how do you know all that?
I was one of the researchers.
Huh?
Did my honesty put you at ease?
Chopsticks freeze in midair as I'm about to eat. I'm stunned by this bombshell that was casually dropped. I genuinely didn't expect that. That's quite the twist. Okay. My brain short circuits for a moment. Yeah, like in real life. Gathering my thoughts, I brace myself. I try to ask more questions while pretending to be calm. He has a barcode. Yeah, what does it read, actually? So, the murders of those officials and businessmen who profited from the Predator virus were also because...
Lunchtime's over!
How much?
You certainly became quite the investigator.
Wait, one last question. Gets up to leave, I grab the hem of his shirt. Why are you pretending to be a prisoner?
It's because my informant seems to have made a few enemies here.
Not wrong. It's nap time. We have nap time? Okay. Not complaining. I lie back on the bed after feeding my turtle, but I'm still wide awake. I can't fall asleep. Zayne, he's... Wonder how many new looming shadows he got in the past 5 years. Not sure if he's still the person I once knew well. What's his goal? Will he use the solution to save people? Would it be naive of me to assume that maybe he wants to profit from this too? Restless and anxious, I toss and turn in bed. Something under my pillow digs into my cheek. I lift up my pillow to find the box of candy I took in Zayne's office. It's tasty. As the sweetness fills my mouth, my suspicions about him slowly melt away. Someone with a sweet tooth can't be a villain, right? That's not logical. Getting close to someone and digging up information is child's play for me. Let's do that then. We got this. Day 2 in prison, chat. It's yard time. In the surveillance camera's blind spots, I rub my wrist and nudge the predator's inmates I took down a sight with my foot. Then, I extend my hand to Levi, who's huddled in the corner. Alright, I've dealt with all of them. We can get up now. We're beating people up in prison? I notice the syringe he's trying to hide. Chuckling, I take it from him and turn it over in my hand. Frenzy Enhancer. One shot turns a predator into a raging powerhouse. Go-to choice for a prison break. Giving out Frenzy Enhancer in prison? You live up to your reputation for being an ever employee. But you're terrible at this. Your clients are threatening you before you settle on the price. You suck at being a drug dealer.
Why did you butt in? It's none of your business. You're not an enforcer anymore. You have no right to touch me.
Of course I won't lay a finger on you. But... I turn Levi around and direct his attention to Zayne, who's sitting nearby. The same can't be said about him. Did you know? He's got himself thrown in here so he can kill you. We're out here playing mind games. This is like Squid Game. As Zayne looks over, I meet his gaze and silently urge him to play along with the story I made up to win Levi's trust.
What do you want?
Isn't it obvious? I threw myself into a cell to protect you. I lean towards Levi's ear and make sure my words are oozed with sincerity. Even though you're a predator, Ever hasn't given up on you. You're a scheming, lying, steaming pile of whoa! Levi remains on high alert. A made-up story isn't enough to lower his guard. It'll take a while for me to win his trust and get him to talk about the list of names I need. Meanwhile, Zayne uses his authority as warden and orders a crackdown on Frenzy Enhancer in the prison. He's subtly pushing Levi into a corner. I bide my time. It won't be long until Levi comes to me. However, it didn't expect things to go the way they did. Uh-oh. What happened? What's going on over there?
Someone's trying to break out with Frenzy Enhancer. Again. That stuff is bad. I tried it once and nearly lost it. I'm
about to ignore the whole thing until I see Zayne standing in the crowd. I hesitate before deciding to approach him. As I get closer, bone-chilling cold envelopes me. A shiver runs down my spine. Oh no. What's happening? A razor-sharp icicle erupts from the ground and impales the inmate driven insane by the Frenzy Enhancer. A swarm of prison guards rush to the scene with weapons and riot shields. They quickly form an impenetrable barrier around the exit. Zayne glances at the predators lying on the ground, then his gaze shifts to the ones still standing.
Whose side are you on? Are you one of us? Or just a puppet? If you're on our side, then why the hell are you killing your fellow predators? I swear, I'm getting out of here today.
The frenzied inmate injects the Frenzy Enhancer into his neck. He can't handle the violent stimulation and is overwhelmed by the sudden surge of strength. He falls to his knees, but in the next second, it's as if an invisible force yanks him up. Like a zombie, he lunges at Zayne. All the predator's inmates have backed away. They leave Zayne alone as he stands in the grisly scene of ice and blood. Ooh. Wary, surprised, the murderous gazes are fixated on Zayne. Air crackles with tension, and he becomes the target of their collective wrath at any moment. A voice inside me screams that I have to get him out. I can't leave him here. Zayne! When Zayne sees me, his emotional expression flickers for a moment.
Don't just stand there.
I grab his wrist and pull him away from the chaotic mess. What is going on? Dodging the watchful eyes of the prison guards, I decided to lead Zayne to his office. Safest place I can think of. But after guiding him through the corridors for what feels like an eternity, I realize I don't know how to get to his office from here.
Are you giving me a tour of my own prison? Perhaps I should show you around instead.
Navigationally challenged, just like in real life. Hi, Prince Charming. It's late. The prison, still reeling from the recent incident, is steeped in an uneasy silence. From the top of my watchtower, I gaze down at the courtyard. Chaos from earlier seems small and distant. Where the watery deep. You probably have a target on your back now. Everyone will be watching you and waiting for an opportunity to strike. You can call me Prince or Anna. Okay. Nice to meet you. Or nice to see you again. I know you were here for the Zebra card as well. We played through Sylus's card earlier in the stream, and now we're playing Zayne's card. I think we're about 50% or so in it already. I'm not in the mood to appreciate the night scenery. Instead, I lean against the railings as I look at Zayne.
And by dragging me away in front of everyone, you're in the same boat as me.
But I'm close to getting my hands on that list. This whole thing will be over soon.
In that case, congratulations. You'll be free soon.
Shake my head. No real freedom. The city before us is like a scale model. Northern and southern districts are divided as two distinct cages within the same skyline. Zayne, is there a place you'd like to see? Have you ever thought about leaving Lincoln?
No.
Thank you for the chilling. Although I had a feeling you'd say that, hearing it still makes me Riley smiled. You have a knack for shutting down conversations. Quiet for a bit, then I take a step towards him. My feet touch Zayne's shadow. When this is all over, you want me to leave with you?
Where do you want to go?
I haven't really thought about it much, but I know I won't be staying in Lincoln. Maybe I'll head to a small, remote town. It'll be a place without any predators. As I ponder this, Zayne asks another question.
What do you think the LCBI will do once they catch the serial killer they've been chasing after for 5 years?
Interrogation, detention, trial, and conviction. The specific charges will determine the final outcome.
I imagine it won't end well for him.
But the LCBI is full of cowards. I'm the only one who dared to go after you.
Is that so?
I don't know the answer. I notice his slightly downcast gaze and realize something. I might not be able to take him with me. I look away and gaze at the southern district in the distance where Axel Clinic is located. Do you want to end this as a guilty man? Or would you rather leave your past behind and start anew? He doesn't answer, or maybe his response is carried away by the wind that howls around us. After the small riot, Zayne and I become the most feared individuals in the entire prison. Levi should have felt the same way. However, the rapport we built over the past few months was what solidified his trust in me. Maybe seeing Zayne kill a predator got to him. Next morning, he gave me the list of names I was after. With that, I finished my task. At lunch, I place a carrot on Zayne's tree, the signal we agreed upon. Yet as we stood across from each other, I find myself wishing our farewell could be delayed for a little while longer.
"0905. It's time for the warden's interrogation."
Nightfall, Zayne summons me to the interrogation room using his authority as the warden. It's all part of the plan. Whoa! That's a sexy interrogation chamber, bro! That's a very plush seat. And a very nice cage. Wow, what kind of prison is this? Alright. I did not expect it to look like that. It's so pretty. Like a royal chamber with cages for whatever reason. Once the guard's footsteps fade, I easily slip out of my restraints again. There are rumors about me escaping the warden's interrogations unscathed, but this is my first time in the interrogation room. While waiting for Zayne, I pace back and forth. My attention is drawn to the array of interrogation tools mounted on the wall. No wonder Zayne has such a fearsome reputation. He has a wide variety of gadgets. Handcuffs, whips. What's this? I haven't seen anything like it before.
It's a clamp.
Ah! A what? A what for what? I turn around and see Zayne standing right behind me. He has entered the interrogation room without making...
It's typically used to clamp a prisoner's fingers.
Oh.
So it can inflict intense pain.
What's a not typical use for it?
It can be hung on the wall as a decoration.
Fair enough, yeah. I see that you've, really, lit the place up. It's an interesting aesthetic, even if I do say so myself. Hi, Richardson, welcome back. As he speaks, he takes a seat at the table off to the side. Only then do I notice the steaming hot food that will serve as a midnight snack. In addition to you? Is this supposed to be my last meal?
If that's what you want to call it.
Having what could potentially be my last meal while tortured, while surrounded by torture devices, I got a hit on myself there. This is definitely a first. With a slight smile, I relay the names Levi had given me. Once I finish listing everything, an unusual silence falls over the interrogation room. It's only broken by the occasional simmering from the soup. I'm sorry. The adrenaline is in my blood right now. Okay, some excitement, and I'm having difficulty reading, so please forgive me. I wonder what soup we're having.
The seventh provision, which discusses the containment of predators, will be in effect starting tomorrow. Certain predator organizations have already issued warnings about their retaliation.
Oh, okay.
In other words, Lincoln can no longer be considered a safe place after tomorrow.
I'll wait until the chaos dies down before...
You need to leave before then.
What I was about to say dies in my throat. I sigh, nod, and swallow the rest of my words. If I abruptly leave, the inmates will think I died during the warden's interrogation, which might not be the worst case scenario.
I'll fabricate a plausible charge for you.
5 years ago, I never could have imagined I'd leave Lincoln as a criminal. Back then, I think 5 years feels like I barely recall why I went to the Northern District in the first place. I thought that by becoming an enforcer, then operations sector manager, then eventually bureau chief, it make Lincoln a slightly better place. Back, I can see how incredibly naive those thoughts were.
Some things aren't easy to accomplish.
Told me the same thing 5 years ago.
Yet I was just as naive as you were back then.
Lost in his memories, Zayne lowers his head with a faint smile. When he recalls the past, his features appear noticeably softer.
When I still worked at the clinic, I believed that the solution would solve everything. But the effects of the mental anomalies had long since transcended the physical realm. Lincoln City was split in two, not just because of the mutations.
That why you chose to become the warden? Pick up my drink and gently clink it against the rim of Zayne's glass. To who we were 5 years ago.
To who we were 5 years ago.
My Valentine's Day has been amazing, and now we're having an extended Valentine's Day with Zayne's card. My farewell with Zayne is as serene as I had been. After finishing our meal, we climbed the watchtower once more, and silently watched the last traces of light fade over the skyline. For the past few months, I felt like I had stepped into a snow globe where time was frozen. It wasn't until I left the prison that I realized winter had silently crept into Lincoln City. At home, I found myself in another snow globe of sorts. I rarely went outside for weeks. I lost myself in travel websites as I searched for a new place to call home. Several months later, breaking news appeared on every major news outlet. Everett had collapsed, and in its demise, the solution capable of curing the predators was made public. A long-standing barrier was finally crumbling. I knew Zayne was involved with it. As people flooded the streets, a photographer captured a poignant moment, an ordinary citizen and a predator tightly embracing one another. That night, I received a special delivery. It was a folder containing my prisoner information, the new identity Zayne prepared for me, and a voice recorder that could prove my innocence. The new life I yearned for had finally arrived. I'm so invested in the world building right now, chat. Like, this writing is so enticing. I can't stop until it's over, you know? The day before I leave Lincoln City, I can't resist dialing in the number Zayne gave me 5 years ago. I know no one will answer it. For the past 5 years, I only heard the lifeless beeping of a busy signal whenever I called. But even if I only hear that, I still want to listen to it one more time before I leave. To my surprise, the call actually goes through this time. Oh, he looks so beautiful! Lads, are we winning? I think we are.
What is it?
It's nothing. I just looked at the file. You came up with an impressive crime for me. Excuse me? I skirted around the real reason for my call. I idly flipped through the file as I tried to sound lighthearted.
You attempted to assassinate the warden, so you were killed on the spot. After all, the public sees him as a cruel, ruthless individual. No one would question the authenticity of the charge.
I guess I contributed to the warden's fearsome reputation. But aren't you worried about blowing your cover as a serial killer? What will the warden do in that scenario? The other end of the call is silent for a few minutes. When Zayne speaks up again, he changes the subject.
When are you leaving Lincoln?
I'll be on a plane tomorrow morning. He has no intention of telling me anything else.
Have you decided where you'll settle down?
Yeah? Small city far away from here. The winters are long there, but it's somehow always warm. I carefully choose my words, but I really want to ask if there will be a second reunion for us.
It sounds like a wonderful place.
Knowing he won't give me a definitive answer, I can't bring myself to ask about our future. The words never leave my lips, even as our conversation comes to an end. Oh no. She can leave, but she can't bring him with... Ah! My flight has been delayed until this evening. Thanks to the delay, I got a call from my ex-subordinate, related to the warden. All of Lincoln is in an uproar because of it. The warden, Zayne, is actually the SSS-class predator serial killer Galen whom authorities have been pursuing. As the perpetrator responsible for the deaths of multiple citizens, Zayne's trial will be conducted with all of Lincoln watching. A new era is on the horizon, and his execution will herald its beginning. How did he get found out? Why would a serial killer they couldn't catch for 5 years be only exposed today? Thus, forcing myself to calm down, I leave my home, but my pace quickens until I break into a run. Don't tell me Zayne was thinking of killing himself right after MC left. My heart is broken! I need to see Zayne one more last time. What? I need to see Zayne one last time. One more last time. What am I reading? I need to hear the truth from him. I need to know, can he actually end everything without regrets? No! Ah! Well, I'm no longer an enforcer. Flashing my old badge is enough to get me past the unsuspecting guards. I navigate through the prison's corridors on a path I've walked countless times before. I make my way up to the second floor. Zayne has shut himself away in the interrogation room. The very same one where we said goodbye. What the hell is happening? I push open the door and there he is, a familiar figure I haven't seen in a long time. Hearing me enter, he turns around. Surprise flashes across his face before his typical calm demeanor appears.
I recall you saying you'd be on a plane this morning.
So you deliberately waited until it was evening to release the news? That way I wouldn't find out?
Your presence here means my plan failed.
Your plan? My throat tightens. I'm not sure if what I feel is anger, but my fists are so tightly clenched that they start to hurt. You never intended to survive this. You've been planning to end it all? Including yourself?
Every TV channel, newspaper, and radio station is announcing it. A new era will arrive with the breaking dawn. Lincoln is being set on the correct path. The murders and crimes of the past must also be eliminated. I thought you, as an enforcer, would understand that criminals must be punished for their past deeds.
Criminals have been punished. The predators and ordinary people get to live in peace. Lincoln City will be ushered into a new era. But what about you? I take a step forward towards him, close the distance. Our heavy breath mingles in the air between us. Zayne, have you gained anything from this? Doesn't answer, and I take another step. Don't you want anything in this life? Stop talking about Lincoln, the virus, the solution. What I want to know is related to you, Zayne. Have you ever wanted anything for yourself?
Are you here because you wanted to ask me that question?
What if I say yes? Will you answer me then? Look up at him. We're so close to each other that our shadows merge into... As I'm about to take another step when Zayne suddenly furrows his brow. Grimacing, he turns away.
You should go.
No, I won't leave until you answer me. But Zayne, are you... Noticing Zayne's unusual expression, I grab his wrist. His skin is burning hot to the touch. About to go into a frenzy.
I told you. You should go.
No, I refuse. I walk away and lock the door to the interrogation room. They said that when a predator goes into a frenzy, the desire to have what they truly want overwhelms them. Zayne, have you ever gone into a frenzy before?
No. I know how to control myself.
You implanted an activator in yourself, didn't you?
But that doesn't mean a predator like me won't harm the person standing in front of them.
I won't become a predator.
You'll die.
You already killed me once before. You accused me of trying to assassinate the warden. I hadn't gotten a chance to see if I could actually do it. I grabbed the chains hanging from the ceiling of the interrogation room and wrapped them around Zayne's wrist. Do you have to restrain yourself all the time?
Is that what you want me to do?
No, at least that's not what I want right now. Take the muzzle from the wall and secure it around Zayne's head. I carefully fasten. He doesn't resist and allows me to restrain him. I have no idea what's going on in his head, but I'll find out soon enough. Zayne grabs another chain and hands it to me. Does this, I notice his gaze becoming more intense. Breathing is more ragged. Oh.
If you're trying to break someone's chains, don't be afraid of the danger they bring.
Wasn't I supposed to die here anyway? What the fuck?
How far will you go until you're satisfied? Have you thought about the consequences?
What about yourself? You're about to kill yourself without telling me.
I don't know what I'll do to you.
You're only going to hurt yourself by fighting to save me.
Frenzy enhancer? You're going to use it on me?
Yes, the warden should be well aware of how to fight the predators. Oh! This face? Excuse me? Like, go on then. Alright. I don't know how injections work. You probably didn't do that, right? Stop holding yourself back. You need to confront your true self. Whoa! Whoa! Wait! Hold on! I'm sorry. Did he just... Did the straps just explode? Whoa! Titty's too strong. He broke the strap, chat. Oh! I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness. Whoa, wait, where are we going with this? MC! Oh! Don't worry, I'll take good care.
You want me to submit? Let me take what I desire first.
Is he kissing us? What's happening?
Body scan of the target.
Why don't you touch me and find out?
Alright! Okay, he's never been this way before. I'm a bit disoriented, but I'm also not complaining. I think I'm gonna fail. I can't seem to find it. Where is it? Genuinely, where is it, chat? I'm lost. Do I just have to rub the tum-tum? Okay, what to add? Okay. 2 suspicious areas detected. Investigate.
What will you do next?
Is it on your face?
Impressive.
What impressive? I just pulled your collar. What's going on? Uh-oh.
Don't stop.
Whoa. Where's this activator? What's happening? Oh. Okay.
No. There's only one thing left to do.
So that's where the activator is? Wait, where was it? Is it in his dick? What's happening?
Become my prisoner.
What?
Or my master.
Didn't he put this in himself? Why did he put it there? Am I seeing things? I thought I saw her like use her shoe to like step on his thing.
You can never leave me.
Oh, okay. We pulled him into a hug. Nice. May I dare say, that was the freakiest one of all so far? The chest bursting the strap? The suggestive hand placements? The kiss? The activator being the dick? Why is it there? He put it in himself! How does that even work? Winter returns once more. I am so disoriented. As I watch the light snow falling outside my window, it dawns on me. Another year has passed since Zayne and I last parted ways in that interrogation room. In the aftermath of that day, I walked away on my own. The bitter truth that I couldn't take him with me, I'd known that all along. Even when he confessed, that I was what he wanted, it wouldn't have stopped him. He'd always been this way. Deep down, I've known him from the start. After moving to the small town, I severed almost all ties with Lincoln City. I made a conscious effort to avoid any news about him, too. I convinced myself that if I didn't see anything about him, I wouldn't think about him anymore. Why couldn't we have just eloped? Then, this morning, someone had told me a new doctor in town had opened a small clinic called Axo just a few blocks away. Oh! No way! No way! Someone play the Kimi no Nawa soundtrack right now! I rushed home, snatched up my pet turtle, which is still alive, from its cozy sunbathing spot and dashed off to Axo. We need an excuse to see him. We're gonna bring this guy! I named him Michael. After a year apart, the silhouette I yearned for is finally before me once more.
What is it?
Doctor? Dr. Zayne, I think my pet turtle might be sick. It's been really lethargic. It doesn't even want to sunbathe anymore. Can you take a look at it? Trying to hide the fact that I'm breathless for my sprint, I stand in front of him. My gaze lands on his face. Let's change clothes to match him right now, because...
Miss, this clinic only treats human patients.
We once again made a fool of ourselves. Bringing ourselves to a vet clinic, bringing our turtle to a human clinic. What? Okay, I see. Detecting a hint of amusement in his voice, I can't help but mirror his smile. He's in a vet this time. I'm a fool! Oh well, I think I'm coming down with something. Would you mind giving me a checkup then? Yeah, this place that's cold but also warm at the same time all the time is kind of crazy. In the evening, I return with a bag of snacks from the store. The kitchen light is on and Zayne is cooking steak. My turtle watches him through the glass partition between the doorway and the kitchen. Guys, this is giving me so much happy, fluffy feelings right now. Ah! Must be COVID, must be COVID. I'm home. I peek into the kitchen. Zayne wearing this awful MCR emo phase outfit is once again in front of me. He stops what he's doing and faces me.
You can cut the cake. It's on the dining table.
What's the occasion? Why is he so still right now? I walk over to the dining table where a freshly baked cake sits. Its enticingly sweet aroma permeates the room.
Today is a special day.
Is it? The cake is inscribed with the words Happy New Beginning. For you.
Happy New Beginning.
Ah! Oh my goodness! That was so great. That was a trip. Can I... my heart keeps sinking and rising and sinking and rising and sinking and rising again. Ah! Is this a new one's one? No, this is the crazy... This is this one. The awe is valid, but it's also unexpected. Cause you see what's going on in the trailer, and then you read what's going on in the stories, and you're just like, oh, there's angst, there's fluff, there's spiciness. It's amazing! It's amazing! Best 1 hour of my life ever! Apart from the, day that I was getting married, that was my actual happiest day of my life. When this goes, welcome in. Thank you for the first time chat. And yeah, whew! Is this a roller coaster? A little bit, but I'm loving it. Now let's see what happens if we get the bad end. If we fail, if he bites us in Freaky Time Friday moment, then it goes to the bad end, which is usually quite sad. So, we shall see what happens. Gotta get into my... Apparently, I'm a dominatrix in the Zayne and Sylus cards. Oh, I burped. Excuse me. That was not very sexy of me. I'm losing my mind over these. Part of me really, really wants to read Raphael and Caleb's card, but I can't afford to pull anymore.
If you're trying to break someone's chains, don't be afraid of the danger they bring.
We could watch it on YouTube or something, though. There's everything. These cards are everything. It's so good. Heavy breathing, especially. So hot! The bad ending is very sad. Oh no. What was that?
But you're the one at fault. You should be more careful.
Ah! He bonked us on the head 3 times.
You still want to get closer?
Kinda, yeah. Okay, bad ending. As my consciousness begins to fade, I feel a searing kiss on my lip. Ooh. He still kisses us? Oh no. He seems to be saying something, but I can't hear his words. What's going on? I'm not sure how much time has passed before the pain from my bite wound jolted me. I find myself alone in the interrogation. Zayne is gone. Unable to find him, I have no choice but to leave the prison. I catch my delayed flight and bid farewell to Lincoln City, childhood home. I settle down in a small town and focus on finding a quieter life. I never see Zayne again. Oh no! I avoid any news report that's related to him. So long as I don't look, he might still exist in this world. Snow greets the small town for the winter. Frost blooms on my window and obscures the scenery outside. The muddied sight reminds me, but my vision blurred after Zayne bit me. Suddenly I recall what Zayne said to me in the interrogation room.
Goodbye.
No way! No! My god, yeah, the bad end is really sad. I'm on the brink of tears right now. Ah! Man. All the angst, I can't handle it. This is why I can't handle angst. Oh, but we had the good end first. I'm sure you didn't mind the good end, right? So this is the banner. It's pretty crazy. I honestly really think I've heard a lot of really good things about Caleb's card. Raphael's, I don't see it being talked about as much. Part of me wants to do a 10 pull just to see if I have luck today. I don't intend to pull anymore, but Videm was spectacular. It was great. My goodness. You know, each of these card stories are at least an hour long. It's kind of insane. I got Caleb's card, but I haven't seen it yet. I do have all the other Caleb cards though. Should I pull just to... Oh wait, I can pull 10 just to choose one. So that's worth it, honestly. I can just choose Caleb's card even if I don't get it. Chat, I should just do it. I should just do it! I should just do it! Let's go! Then who am I missing? Raphael's. Yeah, I usually pull for Raphael, but this time this card didn't really entice me as much. Having 4 leaves is insane. All or nothing, we're definitely gonna get one. So, nothing to lose, let's go! Yay! Hi Falcon, let's go! The trap, I hope not. Oh, well, I got my hoop. I got my hoops up. I got my hoops up. But we got our crate, which means we can choose one more. Let's go! Should I go through it today? It's already so late though. Actually, it's not too bad. It's 11. That means I'll be reading until 12. The BGM, dude, tell me about it. The background music is so good. You haven't heard Sylus, dude. Sylus's background music throughout was like epitome of sexy time. I don't know if I have it. Which one is it? Not this one. Which one is it? I can't remember. Guys, do you guys know which one is the sexy time Sylus track? I've forgotten. No? No? Ooh. No? This? Not that. this one either, though this is one of Sylus's ones. Trying to listen out for it. Is it this one? I don't think so. Oh no, this one is Lumiere's. Oh, it's like, it's giving Spy X Family. I love it. I forgot that there was this. Where? Is it Dragonvale song? Oh no, it's not. Guys, I don't know which one it is. Ah! I need to look. I need to look out for it. Styla's best soundtrack. I'm sure. Which one is it? Misty Nightwalk? I have Misty Invasion. Where's Misty Nightwalk? I'm quite sure that I have it. Mist Nightwalk. Mist Nightwalk. Do I not have it? What's going on? Mist Nightwalk. Not Misty Invasion. Mist Walker? Oh, that's his standard soundtrack, right? Oh man, I can't remember what's the name of the other one. Oh, but either way, yeah, they went all out for this game. You know, they have a little mini game for the current event that's super duper cute. See? Let me show you. So you have to. It's like a doodle jump a little bit, and I think it's super duper cute. Woo! Woo! Woohoo! Whee! And I'm pretty good at it, even if I do say so myself. Woohoo! I want this one. Ta-da! It's pretty cute. Woohoo! Yes. Change note. So for the interrogations, you can you can unlock the different interrogation stuff and beat them. I think that means that I can interrogate. Let's go!
You referred to me as a warden, yet you were the one calling the shots.
That's right.
Should I say that I'm looking forward to working with you again?
I do. Xavier is my favorite. Oh, we can use all of them on him now. Let's go, Predator Sneer. I don't know what that is. What is that?
This scent. Is it a compound from that lure?
As expected of the warden, talented in interrogation. Well, what do you smell?
I developed it myself. It's not difficult to recognize my own work. It's the kind of scent that makes one willingly walk into a trap.
How is it? Is your breathing erratic? Do you feel on edge? Is your heart racing?
Come closer. Then you'll be able to find out.
Okay! Command relay, what's that? Managing a large maximum security prison all by yourself. Has anyone ever called you the world's most capable civil servant?
You're the first.
Then do a few tasks to express your gratitude, please. What's the last digit of pi?
If I'm not mistaken, this is a control device. But a wish-granting machine.
I like that! It didn't hurt to try, right? Alright, here's a new task for you. Pay 3 lies with a straight face.
The weather today is lovely. Your questions aren't amusing at all. I didn't think about you today.
Ah! I'm sorry, I feel like I'm the one walking into a trap willingly. What is illusion mask?
The LCBI's interrogation techniques are getting more creative. Is this supposed to be a costume party or a product demonstration convention?
You'll find out soon enough. But we put it on, it's like Google glasses? What is this? Why do we have the same reaction? This man is too much. Well, has whatever you're seeing right now destroyed your last line of defense? No defense zone?
It is certainly a test of willpower.
Kindle 3? Ah, okay. Let's do that. It's certainly a test of willpower.
After all, it's hard not to be distracted when the person I care about is right in front of me.
This man has got me weak in the knees. Medical case.
Are these my old tools? It's been a long time since I used them. How nostalgic.
Scissors, pliers, a bone chisel. You even have a drill? I heard you use these to pry open the mouth of countless prisoners. I can't imagine how terrified they were.
Usually, I immobilize them first, to prevent them from running away out of fear.
Isn't that a little too cruel? He smirked.
It can't be helped. After all, many people have an inherent fear of dentists.
Wait, dentist? And these are...
Indeed. You can see it's a set of dental instruments.
Brother, he's been a vet, a dentist. Which form of medicine does he not study is my question. Alright, so that's Zayne's interactions in the secret interrogation. Oh, which we have unlocked some fun stuff for. Thank you for the follow, win. We can get Sylus's novel, we can get the cereal. I think for the next stuff, I want to get all the avatars first. What form of medicine do you study? Yes. Literally. Get all the limited time stuff first, and some chocolate. Alrighty. Log in, get our Lanternette rewards. Okay, someone requested on a retroseth requested, do Kindle 3 there is a scene in No Defense Zone. No Defense Zone. This was the spiciest card at the time, and now I can't say that it is anymore because stuff has really gotten wilder since this card. The outfits and everything, which I'm not complaining about, I'm just saying I didn't imagine this would be wild. This would be mild, but here we are. Kindle 3. Okay. Kind of remember his soundtrack. The sexy soundtrack. It's so good. Do you remember what you should call me?
An angry hunter? Or a kitten holding a grudge? Is that all the patience you have?
For the music? Is it this one? Is this the music?
Overstepping, huh?
And how far we've come since this card.
You like when I look at you this way?
Oh, for Kindle 3 and Zayne's card. Oh.
Memorizing my face?
Well, we're already here, so... It would be a crime not to go true with it.
Is that all you've got? If you want to tame me, you'll need more than that. I don't mind spending the whole night with you.
And then we woke up and we realized it was a dream. Aw, man. MC's a freak, and I love her for it. I love her. She's so real for that. She's so real for that. Okay, wait. Zayne's card. Up. That was a dream, yeah. It was his first card ever, and we were dreaming. We were taming him with some horse riding. Kindle 3 is Zayne's card. Is this where the sexy time music comes on? Let him bite you? Oh! Oh yeah, I hadn't let him bite me in this scene, huh? Thank you for reminding me. Oh, this is right after his titty strap burst. Whoa! I didn't realize he burst out of the chains too.
No. There's only one thing left to do.
Oh, so won't turn on the active. Oh!
You chose to remain in this cage.
That smile was so scary. Ah!
You're not allowed to leave as you please.
Okay, I'm right here. I'm set. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, then it gives us the bad end. Ah. Oh, his smirk was crazy in that one. Woo! So there are cameras. Are there? Doesn't look like he cares much. Not like I would mind either, huh? Let them see what a good time I'm having. All right. That is enough from me. I need to take a cold shower, baby. But for real though, for real. I'm monitoring this debauchery. Just like, what's going on? What are they wearing? What is happening? That was me watching the entire trailer for this banner, which by the way you can check out here. It's 20 minutes long. I was going cuckoo bananas over this. Wait, there was supposed to be a kissing scene. What? Oh, I know that they kissed like after she got on his lap, right? And then there was a mwah. We saw that like
we can
twice.
Wrap up this impromptu silent game now.
All right, I want to take a quick poll whether you guys would want to play Caleb's card, cause play Caleb's card now. Yes, no, another day. Cause I know it's already my bedtime. I gotta go and sleep very soon. Already almost 12, and I have to wake up early tomorrow. But we can always play it on another day. So you guys can take a vote, and if we want to have another day of Caleb's card, which I will redeem now actually. Wait, where is it? Oh right, it's here. I didn't even notice that I was just one away. Oh sure, no problem. I didn't even know we were just one away from getting his card, which I'm like, yes, hashtag blessed. But the only reason why I got to 190 pulls in the first place was because I lost my first pity. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Painted cuts. It's crazy. Also because Raphael, I'm already pretty high affinity with him, and Caleb doesn't have a lot of cards at the moment. I will say though, oh man, this is a really hard choice. Xavier is a no-brainer for me because I love him. I love Xavier. I think Sylus also looks amazing. But I'm going to be... I definitely want Sylus's card because it looks amazing with the dragon outfit. It looks amazing with the grasslands outfit too. Sylus just pulls off the mullet really well. And Xavier, I'm biased towards because he's my baby and I dress him up the most. But as for the others, I'm conflicted. I don't know whether I want Caleb to have the hair because it kind of works on him, or whether I want Zayne to have the hair because he kind of rocked it. Raphael, I feel like I personally wouldn't put it on him, but that's just because I really like his sort of wavy, clean-cut boy hair already. Oh, I have an SR crate as well. And an SSR crate. I think I did not use a lot of my crates. Oops. Let's just get all these out of the way. Sleep on the decision. Yeah, I probably will. No rush anyway. I definitely want... Ooh. Definitely want Xavier and Sylus. They were my two priorities coming into this. Ah, but the last one, I really don't know. Not you guys tying the damn pole. Man. I will say though, what amazing cards. I'm so happy. I think it wasn't a waste at all to pull for them, because these are some really good world building cards with enough fluff that it makes me happy. Oh, we got an activity log here. Obtain memory. Good. All them chocolates. And also, I think the energy bottles are for me. I need to save for Caleb Spice. Yeah, right now I'm gonna be saving already. I still have about close to 10,000 diamonds left, and I'm just that way. I'm not gonna pull for all of them. If we really want to react to Raphael's eventually, then I can probably do that by watching it on YouTube. Alright, I'm gonna just level up Caleb's card here because I think his affinity is the lowest. That is the lowest for me. Alright, they also have the rewards for ascending it. The white version is so beautiful, but I'm not about to spend. Man. Okay, we'll just keep it at that first. Okay, guys. Well, I'm happy with this. I think I'll do Caleb's card and my Hear Me Out cake on this, because I also have that I owe the community to, and I'm preparing for it already. It's a little bit cursed, and it's very rooted in things and characters that I was attracted to as a child. So, I'll just preface with that first. And if you guys want to find out what I'm attracted to, what I would do, it's not that crazy, honestly. I feel like mine is very mild. I'm not even kidding. I think mine is very mild compared to some of these Hear Me Out cakes that I've seen. Like, some of it is real insane. But I think mine is pretty mild, even if I do say so myself. Okie dokie. So, I think I should wrap up for the night, but next week we're gonna have some... Is the king? He looks cute, right? But before that, I think I should... Oh, I have some stuff I need. Like... Otsu, thank you. I'm gonna be... I don't know. Where should we go today? Gonna rest soon, yes, because I have to wake up early tomorrow. I have preparations for church. I have to go to church after that card. Alright, so let me just quickly browse through who is playing. It looks like this person is playing Lads for the first
Zayne.
time.
This is Zayne. This must be Zayne.
That's not Zayne, that's Xavier. But it's okay, it's her first time playing. Yeah, I gotta cleanse my sins, you know, after this week. Woo! Okay, we've got a couple options actually. Okay, I think I'm going to read Aitaki Mochi-san. Oh, wait, I wanted to do karaoke today, but I think it's already past the time that I should be singing. I did want to sing. Unless you guys want me to sing a few songs before I go, which I can do. Sing? Alright, you know what? It's Valentine's Day. I'll raid her later because I think she's gonna be streaming for a while. Sure, why not? Just a couple of love songs before we go. Does that sound good? Get my karaoke room in here. I went for karaoke last Friday. I already miss it. Okay. Yeah, sing! Aw. For encouraging. Ooh. Ah. It'll just be a short one since it's Valentine's Day. Before we go, I just sing that game. Oh, that game to music. mean late Valentine's? Yeah. Right, I'm gonna stop the YouTube stream for a moment. So YouTube people, hang about for a moment. I'm going